We can hear you.
Sound fine.
Ah,
There we go. Yeah, it fucking took my mic off, dumb thing. I think I might have gave Ash too many drugs.
poor cat.
Well, it's his first time, so I might have OD'd him on accident. All I know is he's spazzing for about 50 seconds, stopping, staring at the Greebles for about 2 minutes, and then losing his mind again. So far, he's managed to knock over
sounds
2
like he's having a
chairs.
good
Oh,
time.
he's having a blast. He is absolutely enjoying every second of this thing. Oh, but I'm beginning to worry about my furniture. Because I heard a thump, went to the kitchen, he knocked over one of the kitchen table chairs, and him and another cat were just staring at it like, how could this happen?
How could this happen to me?
Oh, God. I tried so hard.
I made my mistakes.
Yes. Glad everybody went on that trip together.
Lamb.
I don't know the rest of the song.
Extension.
You're supposed to be the bard, damn it!
To be honest, I don't know either. Like,
I don't know either, but
That's why I chimed in where I did, because I don't know past that line that Meep says, so...
I don't know either, but I'm glad that I chose one beforehand.
No, I know one more line. Got nowhere to run. And that's it.
I have not heard that song in forever, though.
Been running up that hill.
I don't really want to think about that.
God. I love how desperate that sounded. I help,
Are
right?
you talking to us from your bathroom or something?
Yeah, he's so far away.
I'm like laying like 15 feet away.
Are you sure that's a good idea? if
So
you barely
far
slept?
away from me.
Not here.
I would
So
rather say that's
far, I
probably not
just
the best
can't
move.
see. It's okay. Every now and then we'll just like max out our mics and yell at him.
Oh my god.
I got my headset on.
See?
I can do it best.
I can definitely do it.
It's like I could just
Just warn me
swallow
so I
my
can
mic
do
a bit
so.
and up my
Warn
thing.
you, for what reason? It's not like I'm slowly going to get louder and louder and louder.
What?
Damn it,
This
Lamb!
muffled you so much.
Could you even did that work? I think it should
It
have.
didn't. It just
didn't.
like
It was louder.
light.
It just didn't peak.
Yeah.
Right. That's impressive. Because Discord is keeping it in check.
Yep, Discord finally doing what it's supposed to do when we don't want it to do it. Oh, okay, so is everybody in?
I
Well, I know you are, Lamb. I guess Extinction's muted. Okay.
Jackson
Yeah.
is muted, but is in.
Yeah, as long as he's in, that's what I was making sure. I don't want to start, expediting and all of a sudden Extinction goes, oh, shit, what'd I miss?
No, I'm here. I'm just getting energy drink.
No, it's all good. I just want to make sure everybody was, presents. Okay, we had left off where Mlem had finally reached his life goal and had killed and finally got to eat fresh purple worm.
That wasn't a baby.
That was not a baby. So
We
You guys
killed the two
were-
babies.
heading south looking for
Vivaldi.
yes. Sorry, my brain farted. It's like the composer dude. Fuck.
Vivaldi and the Kobold Revolution.
Yes, the supposed kobold uprising that's happening somewhere. Oh,
Aren't they in
Oh.
the same place? Like somewhere around here.
yes. So you were heading south because the last you heard, he was heading south chasing the elemental. Well, the Fey elemental.
The one, we pointed out to him.
Yes. And we're going to try to see where his current whereabouts may have been. So, Alrighty. Oh, I believe that was the last part of the encounter before it was night, which gave us that great little Lem moment. Let's pull the eye stalks out of the sandhill. Okay. Yes, it was the last one for the
Bye.
night before you camped for the night. Now, I do have a bit of a question. Since you were about right here, were you wanting to stop by to see if that house was still there?
I don't think so. At least that wasn't on
Okay.
anyone's plan, I think.
Making sure.
No.
All right.
I mean, I don't say no to it, but I don't think there was any reason to
Yeah.
go
Hey,
there.
roll.
It wasn't planned on our part, at least.
Making sure, since you were in the
What was the question
vicinity.
again? I was fixing my headset. What was the question again?
Oh, if you were planning on trying to see if that house was still there from Urith.
Nah, I'm good.
I sort of figured, but I thought I'd ask since we're in that area. Ow. Ow, my fucking neck. Oh, there we go. 2 pops is all it needs. Sorry, it doesn't seem like I'm fully awake yet. But, okay. So, no issues during the night. Nice, quiet camp. No monsters. A couple local, fauna. A couple coyotes wandering around. Lem, you spot a snake. A non-venomous kind.
Yay.
Yay. So cute. Lem is such a precious little being.
It
Such a
probably
precious
grabs it.
Well, I mean, when you grab it, it tries to roll itself over and play dead.
He looks around, so no one is seeing,
Oh,
and
no.
just eats it.
Well, suck it down like spaghetti. Just
Travel noodles.
warm noodle. So, alright, anybody that does need a long rest, which I suppose is all of you, because, I mean, you did kind of lay into that fucking worm.
Yeah. I at least had to.
I'm pretty good, honestly, but I mean, we're sleeping, so
Yeah, you might as well get your free long rest, you know?
I think I was the only one who took the damage anyway. Why
Yeah,
is
but
Nugget resting?
because Nugget is tired. Nugget felt left out of you guys sleeping and wanted to seem normal. I mean, had to take a nap. But, okay, so you are about half a day's travel from Middle Shore, assuming the weather stays nice. Which it looks like it may not. You do see this threatening of thunderstorms starting to head your direction about midday.
well, that might be the Fae.
It could be. It's possible. But you are closer to the ocean as well, so we'll see what if you run across anything, or if it's just regular old bad weather. Okay. When you are about right here on the road, the storm hits you. And it is a hell of a storm.
Does it sound like there's music playing again this
Not
time?
in this not this case, and even with Lem's insane perception, you don't see what looks like anybody flying around in it. So you just no.
Instantly make my dope.
How long does that last? Oh, it's just a feature you can do, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's why he is a storm sorcerer.
Yeah.
Totally not, because I'm not a druid.
I still love that. To be fair, it makes you an even more
This was the
interesting
closest
character.
to nature.
So yeah, Borg goes, no, I don't want to be fucking wet. It does help you travel at a normal pace because of that. The ground doesn't
It
get
just hugs Borb. It stays away from the water.
Got 100 feet. Yeah.
It's fine. I'm clean.
But no, it does help you keep a normal pace. The only thing you see in the storm is a few animals, a couple people that are running by and stopping briefly when they hit Borb's kind of clear area with a very confused look as you pass and put them back in the rain. But nothing of real interest or note. And by the time you do hit Middle Shore, it is still raining very, very heavily. Still no music, though. There's not a whole lot of note in this particular port. 90% of it is just ship docking and storage facilities. There are only a couple places that tend to Ow! Sorry. Ah, my nose. Ah, that hurt. Ah! Okay, better now. I scratched my nose and it really hurt for some reason. There's only a couple places of, like, real use to people like you. There is only one inn, which also serves food. The rest of these places seem to be, like, temporary room and board, not for the public, but for ships to rent out for their crews when they're shoreside.
Mm-hmm.
And a small bazaar, which more seems to be for trading cargo than much else. There are still various goods there, though. So the God, I wish my fucking throat would clear up already.
How bizarre.
I was gonna say.
I
too,
knew
it's
somebody was
bizarre
going to do
and
that one.
bizarre.
I knew somebody was going to do that.
Dun, dun,
I didn't
dun.
say it.
Womp, 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 womp. The inn is named the Fair Winds.
All right.
So it doesn't seem to be particularly busy. It looks like most of those... there are some sailors in there getting drinks because, well, there's not much else to do in this town while they're at port. There's not even a local whorehouse by the look of it. So, and to be fair, most of them, this is not their final stop, so they haven't been paid. So only the ones that were smart enough to kind of pace themselves on their spending at port are able to afford anything here besides just, street grog.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're likely to get any sort of information, it's going to either be here or the bazaar. Unless you really want to hit up some of the random ships there and hope that they might have seen this Faye or Vivaldi.
I mean, I guess I'll just ask in the tavern for, or like the one night tavern thing first.
Okay. So the Fair Winds you go. When you do go in, it's obvious whoever runs this place really does like the sea. Like, excessively. If you've ever been to, like, one of those themed restaurants for, like, seafood, it kind of looks like that. There's glass buoys on the wall, there's fishing trophies, there's some old harpoons, things like that. Inside, you only see one guy behind the bar and a couple people at a table quietly drinking some ale.
Mm.
Which the guy behind the
Well-
bar kind of nods at you guys in greeting, but doesn't say anything.
I'm going to approach the guy like the behind the bar and ask, "Hello, we're new around here.
I can tell. You come in from a ship or otherwise.
Traveling by foot. I was wondering if you might have a little bit of knowledge on something."
I might. I might. Which you see him kind of eye some of his mugs.
No, I was gonna say no. He's already holding up 2 fingers for me and Boyd.
Okay, yeah. Which he fills them up with just some kind of ale. You do see there's wines behind the counter, but they're nothing fancy. They're just kind of the regular Hopkins special.
Yeah, he looks at the rest like, "Sorry, I owe this for Borb at least. I did slap him."
Finally, some recompense.
God, my comeuppance has come.
But
Surprisingly,
Did
the
you-
ale is actually cold, which is not a normal sort of thing.
no. He'll take a sip from it first and then proceed to ask a question.
He seems a little bit more eager to answer your questions now that you've, paid up front, but...
Have you any, like, heard of, like, a traveling bard looking for fae or anything like that, or an odd-looking storm traveling these parts?
Oh, if you're looking for them, I've seen both, honestly. There's been a few storms going up and down the shore. Not normal. People keep saying they hear, like, a fiddle being played in it. Shortly after, they keep saying this strange little man with wild hair screaming about music follows in its wake. I've seen the man, but I haven't seen the storm myself. He came in here, he kind of looks up, and that, trying to remember, about 3, maybe 4 days ago, said he was trying to find the music in the storm.
Yeah, that definitely seems to be the guy that we're looking for.
Well, I think he's still in town. He was talking about trying to go aboard a ship so they could follow the storm better, since it seems to be going down the shores.
Really? Okay. Well, that would help. I guess we can look around. Thank you for the information.
Anytime, traveler.
How much is the drinks?
2 copper each.
All right. He'll slide 6 copper.
He smiles and gives you a little piece of paper that has something written on it, which seems to be referencing one of the ships in the harbor.
All right.
When he slides it to you, he's like, last I heard, this was the last one taking on passengers of any kind. You got a chance to find him, you'll probably find him here.
Well, thank you. I'll be sure to do just as much. Farewell, friend.
Farewell, come again. Which you see him turn his attention to the guys drinking. You gonna pay your tabs or not? Yeah, it was burger. Yeah. And they start divvying up their change, trying to count out coins.
All right, better not to waste any time. I guess let's find this. He looks at the note to like read out the ship's name to the other people.
Yeah.
The Scanty Maiden. Let's go find the Scanty Maiden.
Lim just follows and eats purple worm. Well,
Aiden
like popcorn.
Aiden just
He has the backpack like on his lap while he walks.
One of the guys does look at you while you're eating that Mlem and goes, "What you eating there?"
Worm?
Worm? Is that some new sort of local treat?
Yes. My favorite. Do you want one?
Sure.
Gives away like a chunk of purple worm.
Which he grabs it, and you can. Everyone else can see on his face the immediate regret of what he did, as he kind of looks, as like got that face of, well, it's gonna be rude not to at least try it, and he kind of bites into it, like, actually, this is better than the ship rations. Thank you, and he eats the rest of it.
Aiden just asks some random people along to like where this ship is docked.
You get a couple, oddball things here and there. It takes you the better part of a couple hours to find it in docks, because some people are like, oh yeah, it's down this way, and when you get there, they're like, fuck no, it's switched over here, and back and forth for a little bit, but you find it. And it's not a very huge ship. It's only got 2 masts. This thing's probably just a very light cargo / passenger vessel. It's not designed for heavy, travel or anything like that. It's made to be quick in the water and fast to its whatever port it's heading to.
Right.
And, of course, true to its name, the entire bow is a very scantily clad maiden carved into the wood. If you had to guess, it's a dwarf.
Nice.
Especially judging from the very nice beard that's flowing from the figure's face.
Are they stuck?
When we get to the ship, Aiden will like approach one of the people like standing there and ask if they have, if they know where this like Bart might be.
Okay, let me see how they. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check real quick.
All right.
Pretty much what I expected. So they seem a little hesitant, and they're like, "Well, I'd like to tell you, my lord, but the passenger dock, it's private information."
Right. Well, we're looking for like friendly terms, so we're just wondering if he is on board or not already, if that's possible.
Like I said, I'd love to tell you. You seem like a nice sort, but captain's orders. Those on board, private. I mean, if you buy a ticket,
Right.
we could tell you, but
How much is a
other-
ticket?
he kind of stops mid-sentence and tries to mentally shift gears there. You know, they kind of wait, what? Okay, uh,
Blem is just ready to sneak.
He kind of said it.
what the hell? Why is this thing on my second? There it goes. Okay, sorry. The fucking thing was being weird. Okay. He kind of, I don't handle that. Give me a. He grabs one of the little. Oh shit. He looks at that platinum and is like, well, I mean, welcome aboard, ship inspectors.
All right.
And he kind of looks at the deckhand that's with him, giving this very confused look, and he slips him a silver. Shut up. And he just walks you on board, very loudly announcing, "Oh yes, our ship, captain keeps him in tip-top shape," and all this, the usual totally important person coming by, everybody look their best sort of voice. And sure enough, when you get on board, everybody's scrubbing or tending sails or doing something to look busy, including a very special-looking deckhand that's just looking at the wood very intently and poking at it.
All
so-
right. Well,
Let me see.
so
if
yeah.
You do not see him on top deck, though.
Right. I was going to ask like if we have the like ship inspector privileges if they are going as far to tell us if he's on board or not.
Well, he is leading you to the captain. So,
Right.
which, when you do meet the captain, he's got a very fancy hat. His clothes don't match the fanciness of it. They used to be very nice, but they seem kind of threadbare and very worn. Anything given... Well, I don't think any of you really have military background, do you? It is not a
Well,
purple
kind
hat.
I kind of do. But
Neferta was a prisoner of war, if that counts.
That counts,
He
technically.
was also just a warrior of the tribe.
Yeah, but that's not really military at that point. That's
Yeah.
more barbarian,
Tribal.
shock troop. But you get the feeling that this man was probably an officer in some sort of official navy and has either gone private or just has retired and does this for a living now. From the way that the suit is very clean and very well kept. It's just very, very old.
Hmm.
And when he walks out, he holds himself in such a fashion that he might have been nobility at some point. Looks at you, looks at the deckhand. "I'm sorry, but I didn't hear about an inspection crew coming. What brings you here?" And he...
Hello, we're
Give me an insight check, everybody.
okay. Wow, crit.
Nice.
I'm so good at this.
To
At least it's not in.
be fair,
I'm fine.
Borb has a walk across the room. Fucking making me roll dice. Just to roll a 2.
Mhm.
Everybody but Borb, you're pretty sure that this guy is very suspicious of you, and it shows on his face. So, what do I have the pleasure of having you here today?
Want some worm?
Aiden holds out his hand to shake.
He
It's like
does shake it.
We're here looking for an acquaintance of ours, Vivaldi.
I
a
thought you were ship
traveling bard.
inspectors. Which
Yeah,
the deckhand
we're-
will not meet his gaze when he says that.
Well, I suppose, but we're inspecting, I guess, for Vivaldi.
That's a very odd inspection. You do know that my passenger registry is private, right? Once again, the deckhand just kind of looks to the side.
Neferta just pushes Aiden to the side and goes like, "But this man
you
is
would
broken a
You have to do a
few."
strength check at that point if you're trying to do that.
I've beaten you at strength, Jed. Right? Don't challenge me.
It is kind of funny that he's done that before, just because of bad rolls, but...
I'm just pushing.
It's not impossible that you win. I mean, yeah, there you go.
Oh, almost. It's like,
Go.
he starts to push past you, and you're like, stop it.
How are you gonna save
mean-
it throw? Well, my saves would be even higher.
Oh, yeah, your saves would be even
Meanwhile,
more
they are
insane.
doing
Oh, it's a
that.
saving throw. My bad.
Wait,
Yeah, it's supposed to be a check, not a saving throw, but yeah. God.
But yeah, Aiden will not budge.
Damn good check, though, honestly, so...
While they are doing that, Mlem is going like closer, and because he said private, he's like, "Are you a pirate? You
He-
just said so."
No, I said private. As in,
No.
not
What's
to the public.
difference?
I don't
Aiden-
steal and
Oh.
plunder.
Aiden isn't going to hide. I mean, he's going to say that he's from Gold Hills. Like, we're on an official business as the prince, and we're looking for Vivaldi at the moment.
Alright, go ahead and give me a persuasion at disadvantage, because you have lied directly to this guy first.
All right.
Ooh, how did I not see that coming?
Aiden's honest. voice.
Yeah, disadvantage. Oh no, I rolled a 9. He kind of looks at you like, well, I would prefer next time that you go through legal channels for this, but why are you looking for this
well,
man?
I didn't call myself an inspector, to be fair, but
Well, you came aboard under false pretense.
He'll
Looks
look
at,
the,
looks at.
Once again,
you.
You see that guy kind of
Look at that.
slinking away, obviously afraid that he's going to lose his platinum coin.
Once again, not my intention, but I was asking for the ticket prices, but personally, we're looking for him to restore something that was lost. We need his help for that, for the safety of, well, this whole region, unfortunately.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. That's a bit of a new one for me. Tell you what.
It's,
Political matters, sir.
A bit of an odd one for us, too.
Never looks at him and goes, "Political matters, sir. You could understand."
I could, and that's the whole reason I have my own ship now, is to avoid political matters.
We do understand that this, of course, isn't something that was probably what you'd expect to have to deal with today, but we'd be just wanting to talk with him and then probably be on our merry way.
We'll get out of here as soon as we
He
can.
grabs a nearby cabin boy. Oh lord, unattended Blem on a ship. He grabs one of the nearby cabin boys and goes, that odd passenger. Ask him if he wants to see visitors. And he, okay, yes sir, yes sir. And he
Tell
runs
him-
downstairs.
He reaches into that person to tell him it's about the Fae.
The kid kind of gives you an odd look. All right. Runs downstairs. He's gone for a good 10, 15 minutes.
I look around and I try to see if I see Mlem and maybe if I can notice if he's gone.
I mean, you notice he's gone, but that's kind of like default Lem.
Hard to find him.
What is his passive stealth,
My
honestly?
passive
18
stealth is
Yeah, it's like he's not even trying, and you don't see him among the crew.
Yeah.
28 is.
He's just kind of
Understood
wandering.
that, and unattended Mlem tends to get us in trouble.
He was going to chit chat with Aiden's just going to chit chat with the captain a bit while the boy's running.
Fair enough. You got
Oh,
any
fine,
particular
fine.
questions, or just like small talk?
Just mostly just like small talk, just to show there's no bad blood or that we don't have ill intentions or anything of the
Fair
sort.
enough. I mean, he kind of indulges you in the small talk, Oh, how's the weather? What's the seas been like? Has there been pirates? Do we need to get, more men down here? Blah, 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 blah. But you hear him coming rather than see him first, as Vivaldi's running up the stairs, because he trips, drops a drum, and you hear it just bump, 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 bump down the stairs as he runs back, grabs it, and runs back up the stairs to see you guys. Out of breath and extremely excited. You found
Ever
him?
again?
Where is he?
Well,
Maybe.
well,
Maybe.
we
I thought you said you found him.
well,
I'm not even there.
I just said, well, yeah. So hello, it's good to see you.
But
again,
yes,
friend.
sorry, very scared. Hello, and he reaches out, drops a flute, picks it up, reaches out his other hand, drops the drum again, stops, puts them both on the ground, and reaches out his hand to shake.
Well, It's been a while. Would you? Yeah, it's about something with the Fae. If you would care to talk about it in private.
Well, I mean, I'm in the public bunk, so I don't really have anywhere private.
Well, I mean, we could just go out on deck, I suppose. I mean, there should be enough space.
I could tell the men to let you alone on the bow if you'd like.
That'd be nice. Yes.
Or I can just do this and just create a private room.
Do not create a temple on the boat. It will sink the boat.
If I create it around the boat.
There's ocean here. Temples don't float.
Can I choose the size of the temple?
We're literally getting offered privacy
No,
already. What are you doing?
It has a specific size for it. It flat out says, I think.
We're gonna
I thought I
die.
could choose the size. No bad.
Yeah, it's like, please don't sink the boat in your effort to get private. Like, go to the fucking tavern and see if they have a fucking room or something. Besides, doesn't that spell take several hours to cast or something? Or at least several minutes to cast? I forget how long it takes to cast that
Yeah,
thing.
it takes an hour to cast.
Yeah, it's like, by the time you finish casting, they'd be done and you just sink the boat for general purposes.
Let's just take the offer for the private room.
Well, at least the bow, so it's not really a room, but he can get the men
Yeah,
to kind of
makes
leave you
sense.
alone up there.
Yeah, no, but I thought I could control the size.
Yeah, unfortunately,
That
no,
sounded
it
to
specifies a size, so... I think the interior you can specify sizes for, but the exterior is like a static size.
Yes, what are you doing?
He has drugs, kiddo.
Oh,
Kitty has drugs.
I
Drugs.
see why he's gone crazy since this morning.
Okay, but no, it takes a couple minutes. All the guys kind of leave the bow, and a couple men are standing a good distance away that they're probably out of earshot to make sure nobody goes close.
Well,
I see why he's going crazy.
I'm going to be honest with you, Vivaldi.
Because he's been-
We
Oh, why
have
she's
both something
crazy?
that might interest you very much, but
Because
is
she's gonna
it
watch
also
drugs.
benefits us.
Right?
Well, there's something I have lost that a Fae now holds that I need to get back. And one of the Faes was
That
asking
is good.
if you would like to meet them and offer you a potential job as well. Just offering you in an audience. And I was thinking this
Oh,
might even be beneficial to you.
The Storm Fae is
Because-
going to offer me a job?
What?
It's not the Storm Fae. He'll ask the wait, where's the name? I had noted down the other the Autumnal to appear.
Oh dear, where is her name? Give me a second. This has
Wasn't it
been
Phyllis or something?
something close to that. It's like, I have her noted down. It's just, it's been a couple weeks and it's slipped my mind
Yeah,
at
it's
the
been a
moment.
second.
Phil.
Who?
Her name is
it's
Phil.
just Phil.
Yes, Phil.
Wow,
He'll
So-
ask Phil to appear.
Which she does, which the guys that are on deck kind of all look when this creature appears out of nothing and are staring. By the way, since we're on the subject, Mlem, what are you doing?
He's probably just following his nose.
Well,
Like
you
food.
definitely found the galley then, which is currently unoccupied but filled with lots of crates of foodstuffs.
He starts eating.
Honestly, I
Crunch.
assume they would go for the food, so Manfido's gonna search there first.
Well, let me see. You definitely hear the sound of crates being broken and crunching and smacking noises as Mlem has found himself a big crate of mangoes.
Lem, not your food.
But it's left here, all alone and sad.
But it's for the ship crew.
Mind
Why
you,
didn't
half
they
the
cook
crate
it
is gone by the time you find Mlem.
Would you want the ship crew to
What?
starve,
I-
Lem?
We had on.
They can get their own food. This is mine now.
Salvage rights.
Didn't we just have
Do you
a
want
worm?
Oh,
No, I'm okay. But come on, let's go find a little bit more suited employee to help us in the kitchen. Come on.
Oh
Just
lord.
a second. He rates a couple more and
Okay.
squishes like some of the
I was to say, you're gonna
Forward
replace it with like
so-
fucking.
purple worm. Yeah.
Nephro just look around, make sure nobody.
The
walks
second
in.
crate you open is full of lemons, and the third one
Like
is
whole lemon.
filled with salt, just salt.
Oh,
Margarita time.
Like we're talking 200 kilos of salt in a box.
white stuff.
Yes.
He just takes like a big ass fucking
Oh no.
bite of it and
Oh
crunches
my
down.
god.
Which, yeah, Mlim, even for you, that tastes a little extreme. So, you feel like you really need a drink of water after that. So now,
It's mangoes and lemons.
You know about it.
tell you what, when you bite into the lemon, go ahead and give me a con save real quick. We're gonna see if you defy physics or not. Nope, you're fine. It's sour, but kind of in a pleasant way after the salt.
I can't carry this all. How can I get it?
God.
What should not take was not ours, man.
But it's left here.
It's the cruise.
Okay.
And we should hurry up before we get in trouble.
Okay.
Not that you did a bad thing. Let's just leave before we get into trouble.
But you have to
and
take one.
Nephro just
He offers one mango.
fine, and then as we're just walking out, Nephro just tries to toss it back into the pile.
Well, give me a dex check real quick, Nephro. See how good your aim is. Yeah, you managed to make it in the crate.
Don't you like
And then,
mangoes?
sure. Nephro just tries to distract them with a little bit of purple worm.
Give it to
God. I just picture you eventually riding
let's go.
Blim across the desert sands with a purple worm meat on a stick. Go, my noble steed!
So if I didn't have a warhorse already, I would.
But yeah, Phil does come out for you, Aiden. Oh, sorry, Aid.
All right.
And she kind of looks around. She seems kind of uncomfortable on this deck, but not like
Mhm.
disturbingly so. Just one of those, I don't like it here sort of
Yeah.
vibes.
I'm sorry for calling out for you for all of a sudden, but yeah. So basically, Vivaldi. I
Which
think Phil
Vivaldi
here
is
could-
like just circling her.
I think Phil could explain best who is offering you the job or wants to offer you a job.
Yes, well, she's kind of watching him with the same face that a person might watch a tiger pace around them.
Aiden will kind of stand near, like to just make sure that she feels a bit more comfortable.
So,
That there's
yes,
no sudden grabbing or
my
something.
lord wishes to offer you an official place in his. And she pauses every now and then as he walks by her face. In his concerto, he thinks your music is very inspired and moving and would like to offer you a position. Well, he looks at you after he notices her flute under her leaves. Does she play music? Do you
Phil
play
is very-
music?
Phil is very talented with the flute. Yes.
She gives you a look of, oh God, why'd you say that?
I thought you enjoyed it.
Oh, she does, but she kind of shoots a look back at him after she looks at you with, "Why would you put me on the spot like this?"
He of course offers to pull out his lute to go along.
No. Yours, not yours, not yours. I'm sure you play fine, but I want to hear her
No,
song.
I meant offers Phil to go along.
She kind of relents a little bit on that and just takes a really deep, steadying breath and starts to play a very, for lack of a better word, light and airy song. Like, as she's playing it, you even kind of lose your tempo and stop playing, as it just seems like the leaves themselves are dancing among you in your head. Just the perfect autumn evening is happening as you sit there.
Mm.
And when she stops, both you and Vivaldi kind of meet eyes, and he just smiles like, "Oh, I would love this. Will there be more like you there?" Yes, my lordship has several other musicians that would be working with you. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Well, I mean,
Wait, I must
shall
get
we
my
off-
stuff. And he runs downstairs.
He looks at Phil. I mean, I guess that worked better than I initially suspected.
Yes, but now we have to get somewhere where we can get him there.
I mean, we should be able to just go out of the city into the nature, right?
Preferably with some trees or something. But yes, I mean,
right.
as long as you invoke my lord, he should be able to get us, as long as we're not in over the water or something.
I do have this. Like, I'm pretty sure he gave me like something, like a leaf card or something. It
Yes,
was.
he gave you a little leaf token.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, let's go off the ship and start like heading out then.
She just kind of nods and fades into nothing.
All right, board. I guess
Okay.
let's pick up the
The
others. and
people aren't
Vivaldi.
buying it, Nephro, after they've overheard the captain say that you guys aren't inspectors, and they kind of push off. We're on to work
The
here.
private captain's quarters. Damn, this crew is nosy.
What makes you think you're going to get into the captain's quarters? He keeps those locked.
No, I thought we were in the captain's.
No, you're on the bow. You're on the open bow of the ship. They're just keeping the crewmates away.
Oh, right, I forget. These are old-time ships.
Yeah, it's like there's a captain's quarters, and then there's below decks. That's about it.
Before we do leave the ship, I'll ask the captain if I can if he has any other boats that he's in direct competition with, or just a captain that's fucking annoying.
He kind of
Look at you
raises an
very
eyebrow on that
weirdly.
one. Pops off his hat, kind of scratches his head, which you
Or-
see he has very, very well maintained hair. Puts it back on. It's like, not especially. I mean, any pirates, of course. I'm not very fond of, but I run a private business of transporting passengers. There's more than enough to go around, and no one's actively trying to undermine me. Why do you ask?
Yeah,
I
Borb.
was just
Why are you
curious.
asking?
Trying to do a favor. You know, if there's just some real dick out there, you know?
Well, I mean, if we want to go down that way, as most captains are kind of prickish, but it's in their nature.
I mean,
Not all of them used to serve under a queen or king.
yeah, you seem pretty reasonable.
Well, I do try to be, and like I said, I run a legitimate business. And it's not,
Fair.
there's no shortage of passengers wishing to go from, say, Middleshore to Cloakport, or from Sandwaters to Ebony Waters. It makes a living, it keeps my crew fed, and of course we vet the passengers to make sure no one is violent or a criminal on board. We even sometimes
Keep up
transport-
the quick-
adventurers, despite warnings.
Yeah, I don't know
Yes.
if that's a good idea.
We've
Luckily,
heard
you don't
tales
have
of
to
one
transport
called,
us.
what were they? Casual Chaos. Some say they're heroes, but we've heard stories down here about the mayhem they cause too, so maybe you never know.
Crazy. Start Forest on fire.
Did they? Oh,
Trust him around a wooden ship.
naturally. They just set fire to things willy-nilly. I thought that was just a rumor, but I guess it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's a Pokemon
Who's a
trainer
baby?
fight together.
Slander!
Somewhere
true.
out there, Brax is just lies. Why'd they do that? I got a Hoogan. It's a baby.
He is a Hoogan. He is
Cat.
a Hoogan.
Yeah, he's blocking my view of the screen, of course. Because cat more important in D&D, huh, buddy?
He is a Hoogan.
course,
He
buddy.
is a Hoogan.
Go ahead and lay down, you goofy furball. Yes, just lay down. Plenty of spots to lay down. Do it.
I can't.
But no, he does not have any particular enemies, but he's kind of giving you the side-eye, Borb, since you've asked that.
Well,
You think he might think that you're possibly a pirate or something?
that's okay.
Why don't you just make everything...
Mind you, the whole time you guys have been doing this, it's been lightly raining this entire time, so...
Right.
But Vivaldi does come back out from underneath, and he has just all these instruments strapped to his back. Like, he's practically a one-man band walking around, and from his tiny frame, you can see he can barely carry the stuff and keep upright.
All right. Shall we move?
Yes, I'm ready when you are.
All right.
If someone
let's
could just
find.
watch me when I go down the plank, it's a bit precarious.
Sure, you don't want me to carry some of those?
How? You can see there's like a mental war going on in his head. And eventually he kind of goes, at least the bass drum, if you don't mind. And
You'll pick up the bass drum.
he undoes a couple straps and passes it over to you. And yes, it definitely seems to lighten his load a bit.
All right, there you go. Let's look for the other two real quick so we can get off.
Well, you do see
He was
them come out from underneath. Mlem is covered with various fruit stains and has white shit all around his mouth.
That's fine. All right.
And Nephro's looking kind of shifty, like he doesn't want someone to notice that they're coming from below deck.
Are we good to leave?
It's Pokemon training. And
Are we?
We are. I'm asking you.
Okay.
I have no business on this shit.
They didn't share.
Which
Well,
a couple crewmates are kind of looking at you with odd looks, Mlem.
I need to look one.
Beat 'em up.
When they get to the deck, he climbs up to that Warren, like the
The
what
crow's
it's
nest?
called.
Yeah, the crow's
Yeah.
nest on top of the main mast.
Yeah. and
Which
he
there is a
climbs
man up there who's kind of like, what the fuck?
and he's like looking around. Wow.
Well, so the guy kind of looks at you up there. It's like, oh, a feral spotter. I'll tell you what, little guy. And he pulls out something very shiny and extends it to about a foot long. Goes, hold this one up to your eye. As he loaned you his spyglass.
He will take it, but he, of course, like typically, he holds it wrong side first because the bigger side looks bigger to his eye. So It
Right.
looks like
He does kind of let
into
you
the
hold that for a minute,
bigger
kind
one
of smiling, and he very gently turns it around for you.
I feel like with Mlem's perception, like even like that, they would still see whatever's on the other
Oh, it's
side.
like, this is just like him putting a magnifying glass as he's staring at ants. He gets to see like grains of fucking sand on the ground practically.
It's like way too
he keeps looking around.
Which
with
you
him.
notice that there's some people running around with food over on the dock.
much.
They are in trouble. I will take them.
Uh,
He runs off.
Hey, give that back!
He just throws the magnifying the
The-
glass
oh
thing
God.
to him.
Let me see if he actually catches it. Yes, barely, but he catches it.
And he runs after the people with food.
Oh,
Which are further than you thought they were, but you guys see Mlem dart off the ship and go making a beeline towards these guys that apparently have bought some kebabs and are enjoying them on the street. And they don't notice you for
running.
about 4 or 5 seconds till you get closer, and then they're like, they have the natural reaction somebody would if a wild animal is charging them. They run in different directions screaming.
I look at Aiden and go like, I already did my part. It's your turn.
Which
Lem just picks up one of them and chases after them.
one of them did drop his kebab on the ground. He just kind of threw it up in the air and bolted. Figured any extra weight would not save him from this horrible monstrosity that came from the seas.
Come back! He runs after him.
Aiden is heading further with Vivaldi towards like the outside of the city.
Fair enough. You pass Lem sitting there holding a kebab forlornly at a guy, very quickly making tracks away from him.
Lem tries to return it to him.
Well, you definitely outpaced him,
Chasing him.
which only makes him scream louder. as he sees this creature going across walls and alleyways with a kebab held out like a lance.
Mister, you dropped this.
God, get it away!
But you dropped your kebab.
Eventually,
Are you not hungry
he
anymore?
runs out of breath in the back of an alley. He's just kind of in the corner staring at you to get closer. Realizes finally you're giving his kebab back, and he reaches out like you're about to explode or remove his hand, grabs it, shaking. Thank you.
Where did you get it? I
Um,
want one.
I'll tell you what, you can have this one. And he
Oh,
kind of
okay,
hands it
fine.
back.
It's a
but
worm.
it's a what? No, don't turn me into a worm. I don't want to be a worm.
But it's tasty.
I'm not tasty. I promise I'm not tasty.
You look tasty.
Oh God, no! Here,
you
save
get
this
it?
one. There's a ship on the dock that sells them. It's a floating restaurant ship.
Oh,
Tabaxi runs it. You can't miss him. He's the only hairy one on the dock. Well, very hairy one on the dock.
okay. Thank you. Bye. He
You
pats him in
What?
the head and leaves.
can hear an audible sigh as he starts sobbing in relief.
Let me try. I want
Now
to
he
try playing
tries to track down the tabaxi.
train.
Give me a perception check. What, kiddo?
Try to play people with in train.
Okay, kiddo. You can smell the kebab.
Advantage, but that's fine.
Well, it's a scent thing because you're
Okay.
far enough away. You'd be following the scent first. So you guys see Mlim go back and make a different direction, holding the remains of a kebab in his hand, sniffing it. It's not hard to find this thing. It is a very, very colorful ship. The sail that is currently unfurled, but slit in such a way that the wind won't catch it and move it, has a big, smiling, cartoonish tabaxi smiling on it. It looks like a leopard. And sure enough, there's a fair line of sailors buying kebab meat.
Lim is polite and lines up.
So
It's his turn.
you get a couple looks as you line up behind the people. They're like, sailors are all sort, whatever. He's not doing anything scary. At least not to these ones.
Yet. He buys as many as he can. Like,
Well, the guy is definitely happy with that. He's got two. What, kiddo? Yeah, you can't play two players in training mode. You have to do versus.
I try.
So as you do walk up, the tabaxi and carving the meat just smells. Welcome to the grinning goats, the smiling Grimalkin. How can I help you, noble sailor?
I want all kebabs. All of them.
All. Surely you mean
Oh, Jesus.
all. Like, and he
All of
kind of points towards both the rotisserie spinning. I would gladly sell them to you, but there's people behind you that also wish for kebabs.
Right.
Who wants kebabs? I take all of it.
So, several people behind you are kind of, well, I came here for a kebab. I would like a kebab. So they're not sure. Like, are you intending on sharing with the others?
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, no problem at all. I will sell you the whole
All that
bit.
is left.
He kind
My
of.
bait.
I have two more in the back that were ready for being warming up. Would you like me to cut them too?
Yes.
Very well. It will be a platinum for everything, and I will provide the naan bread for you.
He drops down. He's like the money sack because he can't
Dink.
count.
He kind of looks at you confused, and and he kind of goes through it, finds a platinum coin, smiles, puts it in his pouch, closes it, and hands it back to you.
I need to check how much Mlim has because Mlim, I think he has a lot right now.
Oh, you have a whole bunch right now, if I remember. You definitely have a platinum. What up, kiddo?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can't see the find the charge.
Just put it over there. I'll plug it in a minute, okay?
Oh yeah, I have 1,000.
Yeah, it's like it's not hard to find
More
a
than-
platinum for you, so.
Yeah.
But he starts carving this, and all the sailors behind you, that heard you say you're going to share are cheering. The other ones behind them are a little confused why there's cheering. But it takes him the better part of 30 minutes just to slice up all this kebab stuff, starts throwing it on big old things of naan bread and trays and lining it up for you. But from what he carved, you can tell there is beef, there is pork, and there's lamb kebab. He also offers you a big old platter of vegetables, if you'd like to have those as well.
Yes,
So, and
he takes everything he can.
yeah, it's like some of the guys offer to help carry the food since you said you're sharing. And once everybody...
Some of it he once again tries to stuff into his bag. Like he has some empty space here. Because
Right.
he's been constantly eating.
Oh, yeah.
But
You've got at least several pounds of room left for meat. So, and there's enough meat that you'll feed everyone here twice over, even with you having your share. So, and a couple of guys that are helping. This lovely long man's decided to feed us all. Prizes to the lizard guy. Woo!
yeah, food.
And they, of course, are patting you on the back, making wraps for you, sticking it on the kebab, going, here, try this one. This is my favorite. And everybody, as you're leaving the town, you can hear Mlem's caused another food party.
Oh no 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 no! Not
Enjoy
there.
his time.
Oh, yeah. Problem is, unless they wait for you outside, they're going to go to the Feywild without you. Because by the time you got this going, they're pretty much outside the city limits.
I mean, Lem doesn't know where to go, so
Yeah.
I mean, once we see that one's not there, we'll probably wait.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair enough. Just want to check, so... It takes the better part of an hour for the partying to finish and Blem to get his fill and several other people to enter food comas. But he comes out smelling of delightfully spiced grease, with pieces of meat all over his face, and a wrap still in his hand.
There's good food out there. Why didn't you get any?
Not hungry.
Oh,
The phrase Blem never quite comprehends. So,
it's impossible.
but you're so cute when you're napping, you little goofy. My cat's doing kitty dream twitches. But yeah, you are outside of it, and it'll let you know that if you wish to contact her lord, you should be able to do it without any issues here.
All right. Well, he's going to. He remembers that everyone please put a hand on him because they need to be in contact with him to be teleported over there. So if they want to be teleported, then to please
Like,
Touch.
Vivaldi is practically hugging you, Aiden.
Okay.
He wants to
Then
make sure
that's
there
not
are
hell.
0 chances he's left behind in this.
And then he's using the emblem.
Now, do you remember how he told you to use it?
No, I don't think I don't remember him telling me even.
He did 3 times the name.
Yeah. I mean, that he knew. I thought like there was a special method for the.
No, I
thing.
just wanted to see if you remembered.
No, I know the 3 times name.
So, but you say it 3 times, and sure enough, the area around you fades, and you are once again in his court. Now, the rest of you, I don't believe has ever been here. Nephro, you fucking hate it here. This is the closest you felt to godlike essence since you've been to this plane.
Never shudders.
Like, it is permeating everything here. Or,
All right.
you honestly feel pretty calm here because everything's very naturey.
Yeah.
Lem, you're
All right.
probably mildly disappointed because there's not food.
Nefero's eyes are
blasphemy.
wider like he's on caffeine right
Oh
now.
God, just kind of shaking in the corner. But sure
Lem
enough, you are in
looks
front of the
after Nephro.
throne, and you thought, oh, much quicker than I thought. Did you find him?
We did much quicker than I thought myself too.
Which-
He is interested in a job offer, to say the least. And he points to
Excellent.
Vivaldi.
Who was just kind of awestruck with this whole thing and just still hugging you absolutely speechless.
Is there a way to leave this room?
I mean, it
This
looks
is
like
not a
there's a
room.
path leading away from the throne. There's also
Anywhere
forest
to
on all
be
the
away
sides.
from this holy, this holy turd.
I don't know. Well, like I said, there's a path leading away. From what you can tell, it looks like an animal path into the forest.
Nephiro still shakes and just starts
Never,
walking.
don't get lost. We
Don't.
need you.
You should stick around. We're not in the normal plane here.
I hold your hand.
Still shakes.
If you're leaving now, you're never going to get home.
Don't ruin my fun!
I mean, we've already been in the Feywild.
Are you
But,
walking
he's
down
going-
that path?
I don't think this Fae wants me to stay here.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
But he's going to look at him as like, well, I hope it'll be sufficient to you. We did fulfill your request for the
Oh,
returnal of
yes,
the name.
yes, I did owe you, didn't I? Give me a moment. And he looks around. Ah, there it is, and literally punches his arm through what looks like the air into nothingness as half his arm disappears.
What the?
Aw, cute. little garden lamb. And you guys hear the sound of, like, have you ever heard, like, the wine glasses being played? That kind of glasses hum
yeah.
sound? You hear that from the entire area. Like, through your bones level of humming.
Interesting.
As he rips something out, opens his hand, and blows it lightly like someone would a piece of paper. And Aiden, you feel whole again.
He's going to, of course, try saying his name.
It actually works this time.
Oh, nice. That is much nicer.
Well, you did keep your end of the bargain. I miss 8 already! But
It's like,
could
I
you
just wanna try
wake
to make
him
Aiden
up
believe
for
like
me
it's
so I
only
can
him.
talk to him? He still seems a
Yes.
bit awestruck, unfortunately.
Vivaldi,
Huh? What? Yes!
are
I-
you ready to receive the job offer?
Yes, 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 that's, yes. Yes. Who's offering? You see the Feylord kind of get a
If there was no-
smile on his face. I'm offering you that, little mortal.
If there was a random other Fae there, and he would have been like, okay, he said yes, that's mine. Thanks, bye.
Well, there are other random Fae, but I don't think they want to steal the Feylord's
yeah.
prize.
They
I
could.
don't think they would.
They totally could, but I don't think it would be very good for them.
No.
Like, the Drawheads are not that suicidal.
Do you want us to stick around, or
Certainly, if
Should
you'd
we-
like. Maybe you could help them see the benefits for it.
well, I mean, the choice is his.
Is it? It is mine? There's a choice?
just listen to the job offer and decide.
Oh, okay. Yes, job offer. I'm all ears, sir. Well, I want you to play with my other autumnals. Like Phil there, who kind of melds out of your shadow and bows a lot more regally than you've seen her do. They play music. What they lack is a proper conductor. And you might fill that role. Also, I've heard that you've chased some of the other seasonals around. Specifically, a summer and a spring one as well. Yes, I've been seeking them to make my perfect piece, my lord. The seasons. I've been working on it. I've got spring down, but I'm working on the others. Well, I plan on inviting them, so you can all make me beautiful music. You'll live here, of course. You'll be provided for and kept quite nicely. Would you accept?
This man is dead here. His mind has exploded.
I
I
did-
can feel it.
I get to learn music from them, and I get to. Yes,
dream.
1,000 times yes. And Aiden, you're the only one close enough to notice his eyes kind of light up, dim, and kind of glaze over.
Okay.
Perfect. Come to my side then. This is your new home. And Vivaldi kind of walks over to him, stands next to the throne, pulls out his conducting rod, and starts conducting for no one. Well, you may go now. I've got what I want, and I'll put it to good use.
Why is he conducting already?
Oh, he's already into his mindset of the job. Getting ready, I assume.
Nephiro's starting to shudder more.
Tell you what, Nephro, give me a an int save.
I think you're within my reach.
I assume. I mean, if you're
Because
kind
we're
of,
all sticking together.
it's like I don't know if he
That
decided to
makes
walk
them
away
live
or not.
anyway.
Yeah. What's your bonus currently, Aiden?
+9.
9. So just enough. It's like you felt when Vivaldi agreed, Nephro, a huge surge in that energy that's making you feel so uncomfortable. Like it's
Are we
literally
mind
making your
linked in
hair
this process?
stand on end. Say what?
Are we mind linked?
No.
No, you're not. You're not telepathically linked, but you feel like you're standing in a fucking thunderstorm and you're about to be struck by lightning.
The thing is that Nephiro's shaking enough, and my fingers itching to grab my fucking iron flask, but he's holding on so hard because he's scared.
Probably a wise move there. Which the Fey Lord turns
no,
towards
he's
all.
living traumas.
Oh,
He's
I
living
believe
traumas.
that. But it's probably not a good idea to try to capture a Fey Lord in an iron flask. Not when there's who knows how many of his underlings in the woods around you. You
That,
can
and
see
God
the
knows-
6 dryads that are currently attending him, but
And Nephiro tries to like softly like pull a little bit onto Aiden and is like, we should get out of here, please.
I can tell you want to leave. I mean, we are done here, I suppose.
yes, I was
anyways.
about to send you. Thank you for your service. Should you need anything like this again, I might be willing to negotiate with you. Oh, and by the way, tell your sister hello. And you're gone. Outside the city again.
Okay. First of all, when we're back outside, he's going to call out for Phil.
She does not answer.
Okay, good. And do I still have this weird like leave token on me?
No, it is gone.
Okay, also good.
But Borb, you
I'm
do
happy this
notice
way.
something. Well, actually, Lem, you notice it with your insane perception. Aiden's pupil looks weird in his left eye. It's shaped like a leaf.
Blem is basically, he comes way too close, like no personal space, staring into Aiden's eye.
It's like, does Lem
Like,
ever have
it's
personal
both.
space?
Yeah,
Are we back?
Look at your eye.
My breath just still smells like only beer.
Are we
I
back?
don't know what Blem's breath smells.
Yeah, you might smell like beer, but I'm sure Mlem smells like a lot more rotten stuff.
But I can't really look at my eye.
Are we back?
Yes, you are back. You're sitting on the sands, just a little bit north of Middle Shore.
Nephiro stares directly at Aiden and just goes like, this is why I don't like to mess with gods. This is why I don't like to mess with them. They are traitorous bastards and they will literally kill us all at some point. I swear he literally accepted the job of his life, but he's doomed.
Which god are we
Nephro's
referring to? You mean the
fears.
Fey Lord?
Like, Nephro looks really shaken up to you, Aiden. Like,
Yeah,
bad.
he's really terrified.
Listen, I understand. I also don't really like to be in the Feywilds, but I didn't have a choice either. I did have to get this name back, I'm afraid.
Them does
Every creature
pull
has
more
a
of it.
price. That man sacrificed his life for you, Aiden. Are you serious?
What?
Was it worth your
I
name?
sacrificed his life. What are you talking about?
He has no conscience now. He has no soul. He's pretty much a robot right now.
How
Don't
do
you
you
get this?
What are you talking about? He was just playing his. He was just conducting.
Oh, you haven't been around gods that much. Oh my god.
Aiden looks very.
I love the irony in that
Uh-huh.
statement.
Just drops to the ground, still terrified
again-
of what he just saw.
Once again, not a god that we just dealt with. It was a Fey Lord.
Every creature with magic thinks at some point they're a god, Aiden.
He looks even more pointedly at Nephiro. Yes, you're not wrong, I suppose.
What am I?
But well, if I remember correctly, there was still some trouble going on near Krakenholm.
Lem does like
Was it Southern?
while Nephiro and Eden are
Southernbrook
kinda, quote-unquote,
was the rumors of an uprising. Krakenholm has some sort of monster terrorizing it.
Right.
and we are the kobolds.
Yeah, the Southernbrook was the Cobalt Uprising
Ah, it
thing.
was there. Okay.
Well, we should probably head to either or both.
Lem does try to like approach Borb while the argument was going, and be like,
His eyes is weird. Look at it.
It's easy enough to see once it's pointed out, Borb. You do have to get a little uncomfortably close, but
What are you doing?
You know magic.
Your eye's weird.
What is wrong with my eye?
Oh, metal. Maybe you
What
won't
do you
be
mean?
sure.
Nephida just looks at him and goes like,
I mean,
well,
even with
kind of
that low of a medicine check, Borb, you're pretty sure pupils aren't generally that shape.
I think you got
kind of
lucky
what
there,
happens when
man.
you deal.
What is it,
with the
Borb?
Fae.
Speak up.
I
Adam
think
T.
that symbol that was on your chest is now your eye.
What? Like my wife's symbol?
Lem pulls one leaf
one
out
that
of Borb's hair. It looks like this.
Oh, sorry.
And then he tries to put it back.
Actually, I think I can turn my glamour even up to reflect, right?
Wait, no, wait.
I mean-
I can just do this. We don't need to do it.
You have that mirror, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you look in the mirror, and sure enough, your left pupil is very leaf-shaped.
I guess I'm going to have to do a visit to the church soon.
What happens when you deal with Fae?
God.
Do you have any better suggestions over there to getting my name back
Pokemon.
instead of the only person that has physical hold of it, sir? No, so please. There's
Save
no
your
other way I could have
judgment.
gotten my name back.
Well, we could have dealt with the main problem at hand.
Wait.
It just looks at you with a cocky face.
What do you want to do? Go fight for my name against a Fey Lord? You were basically cowarding just in his presence.
Mhm.
Well, wait, this one was a Fey Lord?
Yes.
Yes.
Had no idea. Again, then if is clueless half the time on it about these things.
Picking a
But
fight with a Fey Lord in his circle with all his other Fey accompanying him.
no,
is
he wasn't talking
absolutely-
about that. He was talking about the chocolatier.
The name was already gone. Even if we had picked a fight, which he disappeared after using what Borb deciphered to be a time stop spell,
Let me out.
there was nothing we could have done, and the name was already gone.
Never just pouts.
That was way too
There is
short.
no other way except maybe making a deal with a devil that I could have gotten my name back, and I am not going to do that. That would have put us in even worse company.
Sad Asmodeus noises.
So how about we
We
just go
didn't even
deal
get
with
to
this
offer.
uprising the chocolatier cost now and get that problem
I
fixed.
think Nefida's gonna pull the low blow and go like, "Well, you could have asked Daddy for help."
I could have. I didn't.
I mean, you
Besides-
did, but you knew the side effects, so.
Yep. I was asking him if he could bestow a new name on me, but it would have changed who I am. I don't know if you wanted that either.
The treat.
Who knows?
Believe me, he
No,
would have
I'm
gone
not
lawful
turning
stupid.
things.
I might have turned into a very, very lawful paladin. I would have to guard everything that you do from that point on.
Nefida sarcastically, might have been an improvement change.
Maybe. Could have put you in jail potentially with the wrong personality.
We're still looking for my clone though.
I'm not.
And just smiles and leaves.
Were you okay? Well, if you're leaving, we're heading to Sotherbrook. Have fun.
Yeah,
living.
we're leaving. No, we're leaving towards like the same direction. It's like trying to get back into objective.
Quick question for you guys: are you going to follow the roads? Are you going to rent a boat? Are you going to just cut across the sands? How do you plan on getting to Southern Brook?
I don't really
Lem's-
want to deal with water creatures.
Lem's favorite terrain is desert, so we
Mhm.
can cut,
Yeah.
Horses.
cut around. He has better like sense in
That's true.
this area and the jungle.
Aiden
But
is
If we
absolutely
want to
ready
be
cut.
careful, we can also just
Yeah,
like,
definitely
go
the
by
safest
the
would be
road.
to stick to the road. It's more traveled. If you cross across the sand, there is a higher chance you're going to run into stuff.
Aiden is ready to cut through because, well, he points out that we do need to get stronger anyways.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's not that hard to get lost because we still have the like ocean that we can follow. The
Yeah, I mean, you
That's
can
what I
run along the coastline.
And luckily, we're not in like a super forest area either.
So
No, we
like
also
Lem
have
can definitely
transportation.
he can automatically
Yeah.
basically tell where we are going. He
I would
can't
say
fail
we
on that,
should-
but
I would say we should cut through. Aiden
Yeah.
is basically saying that we should take every opportunity to try and get stronger.
More
Yeah.
food.
Fine with that.
all
so
right.
we'll cut through.
Actually, before we leave town, Nefer tries to find a little bit of information if there's like any creature that's been terrorizing nearby.
Give me an investigation check then.
Dang it! I'm
You're
good
not
at it.
exactly the best hunting for information. You do pick up a couple rumors, though.
Oh.
Let me see what you get. Okay. One that you hear is there's definitely something going down on Krakenholm. The people you talk to argue completely what it is. Some are saying it's pirates with a mage. Some are saying it's an actual kraken. Some said the Leviathan itself has gone and attacked ships near the port.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Nobody's agreeing on it, but everyone agrees that something's wrecking ships down at Krakenholm. Because they'll send out a
Looks
ship
at Aiden
and
goes,
they just don't come back.
looks at Aiden and goes like, "Well, it seems like people need saving."
Yes, so do they do in Sotherbrook, especially if they let the revolution start. God knows how many people would die if a bunch of an army literally goes marching through every single town, killing everybody. We can deal with
Political matters.
Krakenholm, but I think Sotherbrook would take priority at the moment. The faster we can avoid a revolution starting, the better.
The other rumor you pick up, Nephro, seems a little bit off the wall. They're saying that the queen herself is going to go to Sandwaters and make a second palace there.
Looks at Aiden, tries to figure out what this means.
I assume it would mean that she wants a second palace there.
What's up, kiddo?
There's a Nintendo stuff. It feels.
Yeah. No, it costs money. You gotta pay
Getting
money.
it, it looks at Aiden with that dumbfounded face, going like, "We're getting a new home."
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a rumor.
It's
I
touching the
haven't
foot
heard
of
of it.
that thing, huh? Touching it foot.
I mean, that's the thing with rumors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep, it works. It works, Meep.
Nice. I wasn't sure if that like normal Discord link works.
Yeah, yeah, it seems to work just fine. So, I still love those little pictures of it. Did it open in? Yeah, it did open in a web browser. So, still need to at least put leaves on Borb's little chibi thing. But so no, those are the only two rumors you pick up with Nephro. Most of the people kind of give you a look of who the fuck are you and why are you asking. If anybody else wants to go rumor hunting, they're welcome to.
I'm just going
Gives
to
them the
ask
obvious
around to
answer.
see if they have any information on what's happening in Sotherbrook.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll then.
All right.
Any-
My greatest
anybody that asked
judgment.
me, it would literally go. I would go like, "I am a god, sir."
Yeah, that's probably why. Wow, and Aiden did even worse. Nobody gives you any answers on that beyond just Southern Bros exists kind of thing. They don't know what's going on. They don't care what's going on.
This
Yep.
town is rude.
They're a bunch of
It
fucking
says-
sailors
it says-
that probably have 2 weeks of travel left before they're
Yeah.
actually home ported.
Yeah, he literally says this to like Aiden. These people are rude.
Well, we're also not. We're also new faces here. They probably don't like new faces all the time either. Most people probably look down on sailors.
Yeah, they would literally. You could literally tell they would treat us like we're pirates.
What's up
I don't think they're. No.
Did you
offense.
just say that word
don't
out
think
loud?
I don't
No,
Okay.
like I am whispering to Aiden. I'm next to him.
Making sure.
I doubt they think we're that. I mean, he looks at like like the holy uniform and everything like that. At least not for me, maybe.
Beep, beep. I already got this plan.
To be fair,
But,
the only one that
see,
kind of looks piratey is maybe Blem, because he just wears a scarf.
But I'm ready to leave at any point now.
Let me try again.
Lem is fine to leave too. He doesn't need anything. He already
Okay.
ate the entire place empty, so
Oh yeah, and it's put out a sign, sold out for the day.
I
unless the time is like it's late evening and it's better to
It's
stay
probably
first.
better to stay for the night because evening is approaching. You would not get very far out of town without night falling.
In that case, Lem probably says that it would be better to sleep
I mean, if
now.
it's that time, then Aiden would have suggested that too.
Yeah.
That's fair. So the time does flow kind of weird and Feywild after all. But the Fair Winds does offer rooms for the night. They only have 2 available. So you guys either have to share one or split 2.
I'm fine with sharing.
So, and they're very, very basic accommodations. The rooms have hammocks instead of cots. So there's not a whole lot of anything besides just the hammocks in there. A place to sleep is literally all it is.
Lem loves
Good
to
enough.
sleep on the roof and the little
There's-
pillars in there
yeah,
anyway,
there's
so
plenty
it's
of-
like he doesn't need a bed.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of crossbar beams for Mlem. And the rates are extremely reasonable at 5 silver a head.
Yep, that should be fine. I will just pay the lot.
That's fair. So he gives you the keys. He goes ahead and just gives you the 2 rooms. Tells you all, checkouts at this time, blah, 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 blah. He'll go and wake you up, first thing in the morning. That way he can get the things cleared out before the new sailors arrive. But
Okay.
he's very polite about it. It's not like he's like, and you'll be out of here at 11 or I'll have your kidneys on a spike.
Aiden's, of course, very polite and understanding of all of it. I mean, he
So-
knows what kind of place this is. And what kind
Yeah,
of
it's like
business they're running.
he's just very matter of fact. Hey, this is when the boats tend to come
Yeah.
in. I'm gonna have people that sleep during the day, so blah blah blah. Nothing personal, but this is how it's gonna work. Just warning you ahead of
worry.
time. So
I'm an early riser. I'll make sure everyone's up.
good thing Rax isn't here. He'd fucking scream bloody murder.
Better be different.
So, but no, the night is fairly uneventful. Nobody tries to
Cool.
break in your room and rob you blind. No horrible otherworldly entities wreck the port side or anything. Blem, you actually get a nice snack of a rat that decided to join you on the beam. Its last mistake.
Mm, I guess out of curiosity,
Best control.
Yep. Everyone needs a lizard
He's
folk in the
going
roof.
he is going to use this on the captain they met out of curiosity.
All right. That is totally fair. Okay. It pops up a little bit of information about him. Pull it up for you, so I can see which parts you actually get. your intuition that he was indeed some sort of military man is correct. The first thing you see is him actually several years younger. His outfit is in immaculate condition. It looks like it's almost brand new. Might have been the first or second time he's ever worn it. As he is leading very well-trained men on a full war galleon out to sea. Let's see what else you see, since it's only a minute. From what you can see, his men, all of them, the first mate down to the lowest deckhand, seem to really respect him. And he is wearing 2 sabers and a very odd wand that kind of reminds you of what the Gith Hippo was wearing at the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
The next thing you see is him in a much more threadbare version of that thing, handing over a sack of what you're assuming is money to buy the scanty maiden.
Oh.
And the person that takes the gold and hands him a piece of paper, which you're assuming is the deed, is a dwarven man with 1 eye and a peg leg.
Cool. He definitely seems to be a warrior.
But at that point, it does end.
Yep. And Aiden will just go to sleep for the night.
I pry into someone's personal affairs. Sleep well. But no, it is a very nice, quiet night, only broken up by the crunching of little rat bones in the mouth of a Mlem. Because he does enjoy those bones.
Some would call that ASMR.
Oh, God. Others would call that nightmare fuel. Can you imagine
They're
you're
just
just
so used to
about
it.
to... Oh, yeah, for you guys, it's like almost calming, but for anybody else, just, I'm about to fall asleep. Crunch!
Luckily, Aiden comes from the bunker sleeping with 20 other warriors.
Oh, yeah.
So
Like,
he's
you're
fine
used to
with it
somebody
somewhat.
shooting up in the middle of the night. Fuck everything! I'm gonna kill you all! Oh, shit, sorry, guys.
Or just the consistent random farting or something.
Randall, if you're gonna eat bone marrow, make sure you brought enough for the entire platoon.
Maybe that jump out of the TV.
No, never.
Back in the TV.
But very uneventful night, and sure enough, true to his word, he does wake you guys up by knocking on the door a little bit before dawn.
Aiden gets up.
He does have
Always early enough.
some very simple breakfasts ready for you guys. It's just a single piece of sausage and some salted fish. But it does come with
Thank
a
you.
mug of ale.
Thank
Lim
you.
rolls it into purple worm, and then just stuffs it in his mouth.
The guy kind of looks at it but doesn't make any any comment on it. He's seen sailors do all kinds of weird shit before. So somebody rolling a sausage and raw meat and eating it, probably not the weirdest thing he's seen.
I'd be surprised if it was.
Mm.
We'll be departing here shortly. Thanks for the hospitality.
Anytime. Doors are always open.
Farewell. By chance, did you hear anything about Sotherbrook? That's where we're going.
I've heard a little bit about it. Nothing concrete, if that's what you're asking. Apparently, food prices have been rising up there for some reason, and some people are getting mighty upset about it.
Right, that is fair.
I
Well,
assume
thank you.
some local lord or some nonsense like that's been price gouging again.
Yeah, we're
People
going
gonna
to-
get upset about that.
For sure. We're going to plan on looking into it. Thank you for the info.
Glad I could help. Like I said, doors always open.
All right.
And sure enough, true to his word, several sailors start pouring in about this time.
I mean, if they're having food prices issues, maybe it'd be a good idea to also bring some food over when we're going there, even if it's just a bit to alleviate some stress for starving people there. That's probably a good reason why
Nephiro
there
wants
must
to
be
buy
a real
some rations.
closet. What?
Nephiro wants to buy some rations.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aiden is going to go to the bazaar to look for some like tons of bread or something like that to be purchasable?
There's not really bread at this market. There is a lot of seaworthy long trip food, mostly, iron rations, things that keep
Like jerky and stuff?
jerkies. There are some ships that are offering some of their excess wares, but
Right.
most of the food that is being peddled here is meant to survive a long time in a wet environment without going bad.
How much would, let's say, like 200 pounds of assorted like jerky and stuff go for?
If you're just going to buy kind of like the cheapest stuff possible,
Like medium range, nothing that's like inedible.
well, yeah, I'm assuming you're not going to go over there and poison them or something.
Yeah,
So,
like nothing that's just like basically a tar brick.
well, I mean, that's basically what rations are, honestly.
Yeah,
But, you said 200 pounds worth of it?
yeah, just how much like 200 pounds would like go for.
Let me see.
No, I'm sad. I had to eat all my actual proper food. I could have just given all the
Oh, yeah.
stuff that I
It would
threw away.
run
But I just think
roughly
what
about
I would-
100 gold for that.
Okay, I'll buy it and put it in my bag of holding.
So it's about 5 silvers for 2 pounds worth of it. So 200 pounds would run you about 100 gold.
All right.
Then
I
pats
guess-
Aiden's back proudly.
Now you are eating too.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I suppose we are. How about we go find some extra food for you and us on the way too?
Yes.
All right. He'll thank the salesman and going on his way.
Oh yeah, like he's still got plenty of other dried goods left, but he's very happy somebody bought so much all at once, especially
Yeah.
when they don't seem to own a boat.
Yep. So assume if everyone's ready, we'll just be like heading towards Sotherbrook.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Nephro?
I'm good and on the way. Yes.
Okay. I didn't want to leave you behind.
Nah. He's still pouty though, but he's acting fine. He's still following the group.
Grumble, grumble.
That's super urgent, but if I can update whenever you can, I
Oh no.
well, I have the +3 breastplate now.
Right.
instead of +2. Yeah.
Oh, do you need an update?
Yeah, whenever you can.
Okay.
I mean, I just figured
No, I can.
traveling.
that's
might
fine.
get in battle. Yeah.
You probably are, considering you're going through very untamed lands here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mind you, some of the things you run into may not be able to reach you on the land, but
Also, I'm just saying right now, it shows that I have 23, but I have 26 AC because the Dex bonus thing.
still
Yeah,
isn't working.
It's still not working.
No, it's fine, but I'm just
It's
saying it in case there's like, wait, why are you saying you have 26 AC instead of 23?
Wouldn't you have
We'll trust you.
25? Because it was supposed to be a +2, since it's considered medium.
I thought it was higher than that.
No, that was the thing with it. It gave you the +2. Well, it was
Okay,
supposed
yeah, then
to, but
25.
because it's mithril, so it's a lighter, one level lighter.
Yeah.
So it's still stupid in counting it as heavy armor, but it's supposed to be
Yeah,
giving
it's
you that
fine.
+2 dex bonus, so. Kitty. Despite everything I do to tweak the damn thing to make it work
doesn't
right.
matter. I mean, we know.
Yeah. We
I
can
know, it's still just
remember things.
annoying for me.
In the end, AC is just a number we have to like check every time anyways. So
Yeah,
it
because we
doesn't
don't
change
use
much.
the auto
Yep.
attack things and
So
calculators
it really doesn't
anyway.
change
Yeah.
anything, to be fair.
It's still, it's nice when I look at it, so I can
Yeah.
actually see the correct stuff, but the damn game doesn't
Why
want
did you
fucking...
get the speed potion of speed again?
What the
It
fuck? I
just
didn't even touch
appeared.
anything.
I don't,
just-
every time I update you, it does that, and it's fucking weird.
I just saw it appear and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I was updated. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, I really don't know why it does that. So fucking
I mean,
weird.
I won't say maybe it's part of the leaf symbol, permanent speed.
Yeah, sure.
No, it runs in the Pendragon blood.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Everyone
it's
has
just
that same
natural.
problem.
It's the
I mean,
name.
if we wanna go with that ruling, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Oh, you're a good fluffy boy. You're a good fluffy boy. Alrighty. So this does cut your travel time in half easily. But it is
And
a
we can
lot
also-
more dangerous.
I was gonna say we can also ride both the Warhorse and Freya.
Yeah. I'm just saying, by going through the straight line, it's only a day's travel rather than
Right.
2.5. So, because if you follow the road, assuming no problems or bad weather or nothing like that, so.
Yeah.
Alright. And you're pretty much just going to ride along the coast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not like
Like not
Super
directly by the
close.
water, but like
But
that we
Yeah,
can
I'm
see
not
us.
saying you're like
Yeah.
running in the surf as you go, but
I'm
kind
not
of keeping
risking
it on
any,
the
like-
side so you know where you are
Track it.
easily.
Like I'm not risking like fucking Plessy just coming in and like grabbing one of us.
Yay, playthings! Come on, live on the edge. No.
I think Aiden's been doing that enough with all the fucking deities.
True, very true.
Any of them could have just killed him if they wanted to. I
Ugh.
guess at least he has like Bahamut. Like if they do just abuse their shit, they will not do it.
Oh yeah, it's like that's kind of how most of the good gods are. Is hey, well, as soon as the
Yeah.
evil gods break the rules, we're allowed to too.
Yeah.
We're just not going to be as overt about it. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay. So you are writing, and the first few hours you come across, thanks to Mlem having fucking impeccable sight, Mlem, you notice there is what looks like the ruins of an old caravan, mostly buried in the sand off to the side.
he points it out.
So you figure there's maybe 3 or 4 carts that were in this thing, and just parts of it are still just barely sticking above the sands. You don't know how long it's been here, though.
Will I check it out?
Aiden will like steer Freya toward it.
Fair enough.
Lem offers to go first, like stealth, to
No, we're
check what
good.
it is, but
We'll be
Okay.
fine. Confrontation's what we want.
Aiden's just basically riding and smashing his armor. Ah!
If we just ambush, we won't get stronger necessarily.
That's kind of how Lem does. That's his whole thing, is ambush. So you do get closer. It does look like this is at least several weeks, if not months old. It's kind of hard to tell in, bad winds and sand and stuff. There are a few bleached bones of humanoids here, several broken weapons, but nothing sitting on the sand of value that you can see.
I was gonna say, he would ask Mlem if he sees anything hiding in the sand or something like that.
Well, I mean,
Then try to-
it's... Go ahead and give me an intuition and a perception then on that one.
Not the intuition.
Well, he's got to
That's
kind of
gonna be the one. gonna
interpret what
first-
he sees, so...
Roll that, and then this insight. Well,
Oof.
I guess I can roll as well, just to see if I maybe get better on the insight part if I see anything.
You can.
See if I even see anything.
Lem can try
Oh,
to like
wow,
point things
crit.
out also. Nice.
Yeah.
And a bit more insight there. Lem, I mean, you see lots of bumps and things, but it's like they're bumps in the sand. You know?
I wanna go deep.
Whereas, Aiden, when you kind of look, you see that there's one part on the side of a caravan that's just barely peeking above the sand that seems to have a bit of a hollow that doesn't seem natural.
Wait a minute. He's
So,
going to get closer to the hollow.
Keep messing me up.
it looks like there
He's gonna
it's
stay-
part of a cracked open hidden compartment in the side of this wagon.
He's going to tell everyone to be on guard, I guess, just in case, but he's going to like check the compartment out.
It looks like whatever had been locking it has been broken due to whatever, either an impact when it crashed or just the weather. But inside of it, you do find a little bag, a little leather bag. No traps, nothing else.
Okay. I guess he's going to check the bag.
But when you open the bag, you are greeted by the glitter of gems.
Oh,
Quite a few of them, honestly.
I guess don't be on alert.
Here's what you find in it.
I guess I'll try. Holy fuck!
Damn, you are on a fucking roll, literally. You
certain.
estimate these things to be about 100 gold each.
All right.
So they were probably hidden because they were part of the more expensive part of their stuff. Maybe it was emergency funds, but it doesn't look like whoever raided this caravan or whatever raided this caravan found those when they took stuff.
Right. I guess if I could, I would try to see if there is like any sort of labeling or anything that could like sort these wagons toward anything or anyone.
Not that you can find with that. Whatever sort of labeling had been here has been scoured away by the sand.
Right.
Oh god, just blah, 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 blah. Whereas Mlem is
But,
enjoying himself immensely.
Otherwise, I say we can move on.
Lem joins.
Oh yeah,
He just enjoys the time for a moment.
Well, you're
how old do these caravans like probably look?
like you can't tell if it's been here a couple weeks or a couple months. The sand
Right,
tends
okay,
to
so it's
destroy
not-
things really quickly and
it
bury them very
It doesn't
fast.
look like very recent or anything. Of the
No,
sort.
it's certainly not in the last week or so. The bones
Okay.
that are here are completely scoured clean, either picked clean by scavengers or literally sandblasted into what they are now. So
Right.
whoever died out here died at least several weeks to a month ago.
Right. Okay.
So, and it doesn't look like it was a very prominent one because the bits of the weapons that you do find that are broken are not exceptionally high quality.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like they probably didn't even have much of a guard force. It might have been just a family caravan trying to peddle business and figured it was quicker and they might be able to get more of a profit by cutting across rather than taking the roads.
Right. Okay.
And they were horribly, horribly wrong.
Oh, I guess let's move on for now.
So, okay. What, kiddo?
20.
Yes, Five Nights at Freddy's. I know.
That old mean back
Kitty bug. I just need to scoot you a little bit so I can... Yes, thank you. Now I can see the part of my screen where I can click things. Thank you. Alright, so you do travel a little bit further.
Oh,
Nobody flies, right?
I mean, I would fly like 30 feet or something in the air
Okay.
with Freya, but not out
Leia.
of reach from like the others.
Gotcha. Okay, just checking something on that. And you are riding your warhorse, correct? You said Nephro?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming Borb's with me. I think that's how we
Yeah,
usually
that-
do it.
Yeah, usually Borb's
Like
riding
that.
with you and Lem's riding with Nephro General. Well,
Lem
just
doesn't
running on
really
the fucking
mind
sand
Even
because
running.
yeah, it's like he
Yeah.
runs almost as fast as the fucking horses anyway.
Freya's holding back.
Oh yeah, because she's got magic horseshoes. But okay, that
Lem
means
probably skitters like himself this time. So, running. He's not
Mhm.
on any of the...
yeah, just blah, 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 blah. doing the lizard speed thing since the sand feels so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
And so he can be
Ow.
basically alert and ready to do things.
Okay. Well, as normal, with your insane stuff, you do notice this before anyone else. There is things hiding in the sand. You can see
Lem
the...
probably...
Go ahead.
he just stealths instantly, and that will be kind of
Their signal.
warning to everyone else. Like, Lem just disappears because he sees something, but yeah.
So, you guys kind of see Mlem voomp from sight.
Nephid is gonna get on guard.
So you're not sure what he saw. Everybody else give me a perception check. Orb doesn't notice. Nobody else has any idea why Lem went foomp. You just know that something's up because Lem went foomp.
So blame is only your move.
He's gone
Like,
Voomp
what-
mode,
what-
and nobody
does
knows
Lem
why.
see?
Blem, what you see is, well, you've seen this a couple times before. Just this is a different color. It seems to be a pair of eyes sticking out from a sand dune. But they're not
Another.
metallic. They're not chromatic. This one seems to be almost as brown as the sand itself. And they seem a lot more intent on malice
Oh,
than the others you've seen.
It does clearly look like it's like preparing to ambush us.
Yes, it
because
definitely
then
looks
Lem
like it
would
is
basically
hunting.
just
So
shoot
Sorry,
instantly.
what was it? I didn't hear it.
it's
it,
he saw something
Yeah.
that obviously looks like it's hunting for something. It's you can see it kind of eyeing Nephro since he's on the ground.
Basically, probably something similar that we have dealt already. But Lem will, like, when he gets close enough, he will just instantly shoot into the eye.
Gotcha. Go ahead and get your attack on it then, as I pull out the right thing.
Because he knows that Nephiro is kind of like running straight into it, so he has to do something.
Boop. So we got these two.
Do I get all the
You will get your
three attacks?
yeah, you will get your full attacks. Let me
Okay.
drop the stuff that is here and move you guys over. Just real quick.
Wait a second, I have to check. I think the third attack comes next turn, not this one. So I get only
Yeah.
2 on this one, but the next is it's on when the initiative starts. Yeah,
Right.
it's one of my extra attacks. Okay, so 2. 2. We're playing Monster Hunter. Look at it.
Yes, as you shoot at the brown dragon.
I will roll this 1,
24.
2.
Ooh,
and a
crit.
It doesn't matter because all of these are gonna be crits anyway.
Yes, but still, it's nice to see it.
Yeah.
So you get 2
Uh,
hits.
So this is a crit. Plus then it gets my sneak attack and it gets doubled. I always have to check which one it is. Is it 3d6 or is it... Sorry?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's 3d6
I
for your
always
sneak
forget.
attack.
Yeah, I think so too, but I have to make sure. Ah, it's 2d6.
2d6, okay.
Couple levels, then it's more, but now it's 4d6 because of the crit. Plus my
Now I want to get Monster Hunter music in here.
d8.
This would be a nice little
First
Nergigante song, so...
Oh. Then the second one, it's also a crit. It doesn't get the sneak attack anymore.
Jesus. Still hurts like hell.
Yeah.
So
I
you
should have taken my sharpshooter, but that's something I have to choose before I shoot.
Mm,
Because it gives -5 to every attack. But if I still hit, I get +10 to damage with sharpshooter. But
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it definitely is not happy about that as you guys see this thing raise out of the sand, screaming in Draconic, literally saying, "You piece of shit! I'll kill you and eat you alive!" In combat.
weren't you gonna do it anyway?
Yes, but now it's going to be a lot slower and more painful.
I'll eat you.
You can try, little lizard. You are up first, Mlem.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to just basically sharpshoot because I'm still on advantage because it hasn't moved.
You are
I'm
so
still
lucky
on
you have
crits.
such a high fucking perception too, because it was right under your passive for its stealth.
Nice.
So
First. Second.
ah, sorry.
One.
Ugh. The 18 does not hit.
It wouldn't either because I took sharpshooter on it, so...
Oh, okay. What does
Uh,
that do? I
The
forgot.
lowest one is 19.
Okay, 19
Oh, no.
matches, so that one will not hit.
Okay, so one hit
Yes.
with that one. I
Oh,
do
is it
have
like
to
power attack
remember
where you
one-
lower it and you get the bonus damage?
Yeah, it
Okay.
gives me plus 10 to every damage,
Holy
but I
fuck.
take the minus 5 on like.
Yeah,
the
still a good
attack
trade-off, honestly.
I forgot once again to do the worms, but I'll do it after the attack.
No, it's
That
fine.
damage.
It's like, he's got hit by 2, so you'll get 2d4 plus...
And this and this. Oh, that's not right. That's right. That plus 10.
Okay, and go ahead and roll 3d4s for your worms.
3d4. There we go.
An additional 6s, the worms start to eat into its flesh. Oops.
I will have to mark it so I know how many worms are there. There
Yeah,
are
it
now
certainly
three,
helps.
3 of them. And bonus action,
Jesus.
I will hide and then run.
Gotcha.
Uh, this. And then I will move over. I have a lot of movement now because Doomstalker gives me, I think, 20 foot extra, so
Something like that. Yeah, I know you can fucking move.
it's 20 or 30, but I will move anyway into here. Wee!
Zoom! God. And there goes the lizard!
Blem stealth around here because then it's harder for
Yeah.
the dragon to follow him. Like-
So next up is Aiden.
All right. Well, even if Borb doesn't probably want it, I'll tell Freya to get us closer.
Borber's like, no!
Ah, I don't like this!
Wait, let me double check real quick. I'll make Freya fly with you in the air in a moment, so you'll be fine.
You're just gonna drop onto the fucking dragon?
I'm gonna let her drop me off basically right here. And then have her, oops, sorry.
No, it's all
And
good.
then have her fly the rest of the 35-foot movement up into the air again with Borb on it.
Okay, let me see if he has reach real quick.
All right.
Yes, he is going to get a tail attack against Freya.
Okay.
I
It's
don't...
cool looking.
Does hit.
Okay. And it does 17 points of damage to Freya.
Okay.
As he just whips out this fucking tail and smacks her with it.
And then Aiden is going to try to return the favor. Oh wait. Oh no, wait. He has reach. Never mind. Yeah. you're
Yes,
Okay.
he does have reach. His tail's 15 foot, so...
Yeah. 15. Damn.
Okay. Yeah, the second attack does not hit. The first one does.
All right. How long would it take to get to the city again?
You're about half a day's travel out.
I also realized
Is it-
Foundry doesn't give me all my, like, hit things. I should have plus 15. I only get, like, on my attacks, like, 8.
Is it
plus
not adding
8 on
things
it.
right?
It's
Ugh.
not adding.
Damn it, Foundry, quit fucking things up.
Something it isn't. Like, we don't need to think that I hit
Mm.
right. But I will keep it in mind, like, I add.
Yeah, it's
Four
like
to
I've been
every
trying to
attack.
figure out why it's doing that with some stuff, but I
Yeah.
cannot figure out why.
It's been doing that, like, we fixed it on D&D Beyond. Now it gives me that 15.
Yeah.
But for some reason it doesn't give it
Here.
everywhere. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's got to
I'll
be
just keep it in
something
mind
weird.
next.
So, but yeah, go ahead
No
and
difference.
do that damage for the first one.
1 second. I apparently don't have smite anymore.
What? How did
I
it get
don't
rid of your
have-
smite?
I don't have basic smite anymore.
That is definitely not correct.
So I quickly have to check something.
I see improved divine smite. There's divine smite.
I don't see smite in my spell list unless they put it out of
It's
the
under
spell list now.
features.
It's in
It's
features.
it's in
It's
features
in
now.
Features now?
Yeah,
What
it's
the
in
fuck?
features, not under spells.
But that okay, what?
I don't
Okay,
know.
from here I selected like it doesn't show any like uses and stuff like that, and from here I now have to then first click on using it, and then it gives me a slider to select the spell level.
Yeah, for the spell level, for the
Yeah.
damage. It
Oh,
updated today, so it's going to probably be weird for another week or two.
That is okay.
It's fine.
Smite! Okay. It's not resistant to any of those damage types.
I'd be scared if it was resistant to holy.
That's not right. That'd be hilarious if it was resistant to holy, but it's certainly not a holy dragon.
Did you I guess he's gonna like ask it, did you ride those caravans back there?
What? No. I don't leave behind droppings.
All right. I'm assuming you're just hunting, right?
He doesn't
For
poop.
He doesn't poop. Goddamn. Oh. Yes, and you came across your food. So I thought.
All right.
He does
Well-
not seem very happy with his current predicament.
Would you like to surrender?
I will let you leave my territory if you'd like.
All right. Well, we can definitely go about this peacefully.
Because
Well, I
as
would
he
have-
says that at the end of your turn, he does this and burrows into the fucking ground. So
What
go
does-
ahead and make me a deck save as he literally burrows away in the sand.
Okay.
Okay, you will take half damage then. And you are not
I
prone.
was gonna say, God, fuck! Every time I update, I have to really quickly give myself proficiency to all of these again.
Really wish I knew why it was doing that shit. It works fine for Vanfear. Fucking Vanfear
Yeah.
has no problem with his all proficiency item. So you take
don't know.
6 points of bludgeoning damage from the sand being shifted around as he fucking dips from sight and starts burrowing away.
All right.
Which, you're not going to catch him because he burrows at 60 feet and he is not coming up.
Oh,
And since
I
it's-
need him.
Nope, and since it's sand, unfortunately, you can't really chase after a tunnel.
Would this have counted for getting a sentinel strike off though of him leaving my area?
Well, because it's
It
a
does.
legendary stat attack here, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, and he moves half his speed because of it. So he's already
couldn't
out of
have-
range. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
he's
couldn't
gone.
have
Wow.
Sentinel.
Okay.
So it's a literally an escape tool. If you guys hadn't hammered him so hard, he might have stuck around longer. But you brought him to less than half his health in those 2 attack rounds. So he's like, you know what? These guys aren't worth fucking eating. Bye.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm noticing the same thing with my players. Now I'm starting to like shift armies into them.
So, well, this is just a dragon, and it was only an adult. You guys didn't get an ancient brown dragon, so
Wow.
Ancient one would have been something we would have.
that would
preferred
have
to
been a
avoid,
little bit more nastier because I think he has a default of 23 AC
But
or
at
something.
that point, then Aiden,
Yeah,
like Aiden is not necessarily content with killing dragons, anyways.
Well, to
I
be
mean,
fair,
you
these
did-
ones are evil dragons.
They are, but I
But
mean, they
still,
are
like
just hunting for
Dragonborn,
food.
dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're just
That-
doing what they need to. They're hunting for food.
yeah. Well, he's definitely out. But on a
He
plus
just looks-
note, you do find a little bit of. Close some shit, please. Thank you. Sorry, it's suddenly chugging
You're
a little
fine.
bit.
Like to Aiden, they are just. I mean, it's just they have to follow the natural order to Eden. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just what
Peoples are tasty.
it is. Yeah.
You
Maybe
do
it's a bit sad that he couldn't eat it.
well. You do find
definitely-
something left behind. It looks like it was carrying part of a probably some treasure that it got from somebody else that it ate.
Okay.
You found a small bag of 4,000 silver and a golden locket.
Okay. Is
Don't
the
let
locket-
Orb touch it.
is the- I mean, Aiden's already touching it, so that's already. He's already like testing for curses.
It is not cursed. It's just a normal golden pendant.
All right. Is there anything inside the pendant?
No, if there was, it looks like it's been scratched off due to age or somebody being angry. The entire inside is scoured. There's a few flecks of what might have been paint, but it's intelligent. You cannot tell what was inside of it
Oh
originally.
no, the pendant of his dragon wife.
And the kid note from his little wormling son. I'm so hungry, Father. Please bring home dinner tonight. I believe in you. You figure the locket's about 25 gold.
All right. And
Yeah,
the,
I'm not
other
going to
gems
pull
were-
that one with the dragons, as funny as it
The
would
other
be.
gems were 100 gold points, if I remember right.
Yes, they were 100 coins each, roughly.
Okay, good. Okay, I guess we can just head further then.
Yep,
Back on
You'll
Freya.
have. You will have to camp out once, but you'll be there by late morning tomorrow, assuming something
that-
bizarre doesn't happen.
I was gonna say, I think that would be more preferable anyways to not necessarily arrive at night.
Yeah.
So, okay. How you said you were keeping the ocean in sight the whole time, right? Not like riding on the
Yeah.
coast, but easily in sight.
Mhm.
Blem, with your lizard eyes, you spy what looks like somebody actively trying not to have their boat capsized.
They're having fun out there.
You guys look, and this guy's definitely not screaming Yahoo whoopee as you watch something flick his boat into the air and it land again.
All
Wow,
right.
it does.
Oh, God.
Aiden will like whistle and like tell Freya to go over to the other side, just so the others look at him like heading over.
All right,
I
you.
didn't know boats can do that.
Oh, God.
And he will tell Freya to fly a bit faster.
I love Lem. Something's terrible happened. That looks fun.
He will tell Freya to go full like 90-foot flight speed because there's a man about to die.
So she does pick up the pace. As you get closer, it looks like this is a one-man fishing boat, just a little bigger than a canoe. And you see the tail of something flick it into the air again.
He's
Let
going
me
to
see
like,
if,
try to get close to like grab his hand.
Well, he's flicked up in the air high enough that you can give me a dex check to see if you can snag him.
I'll definitely try.
So, go ahead and give me that roll then.
Wow, another fucking crit.
Jesus Christ, you are on.
How many crits are you gonna do today?
I don't know,
Shit,
but
man.
they're all on this shed.
So,
Where's my smite crits?
you grab this guy as the boat hits the water again, and you see it literally bit in half. As
He's
some
gonna
sort of
bring
huge crocodile drags what's left of it under the water.
He's going to fly him and like toward land with us.
He's clinging to you, not saying a word, just kind of lost in that panic sort of scream. Not sure if he's safe or not.
He'll tell Freya to land gently.
But she does. She's very good at that.
Okay, yeah.
You know, the
And
soft
then-
little trop trop.
Puts him down and steps off. Are you all right? We tried our best to get you in time.
Well, I'm alive, but
If I was with you on Freya,
You were.
Yeah, I'd try to touch that to the boat.
it still when it floats down, it's just bit in half. Like, soon as it touches the water, crunch. So, it's not the water breaking it, it's the crocodile breaking it. Oh, the anchor. Yeah.
Yeah, I you can't be moved by any means, but like I don't know.
The yeah, I mean, it can still be destroyed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't unmoor it from that spot, but if you snap it in half, that other half's gonna
Yeah.
definitely go
I
away.
was more trying to just prevent it from sinking if it like.
I think, well, half of it is still sitting above the water.
Yeah.
But are you hurt? Can I I can heal you if you are.
No, surprisingly, I'm not, but scared shitless. I don't know what the hell that thing
imagine.
was.
The least we can offer is a ride to Sotherbrook. That's where we're heading, not in the middle of the desert here.
That's where I was gonna sail back in a little bit.
Perfect.
But and he kind of gestures out to the bit of driftwood that was his boat, washing up on shore.
I'm sorry we couldn't save your boat.
I can always get another boat later, but I was hoping that I wouldn't have lost all the fish on it. But you saved me, and I'm not one to complain about a good turn of events.
Fair enough. Well, we're continuing to travel. We'll camp one more night. You're free to stay with us for, well, safety purposes. And food, of course.
Well, I mean, you don't have to convince me any more than that. He gets up, dusts himself off, hands out a hand. I'm Billy. I'm a native of Sotherbrook, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Aiden. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. We're from Gold Hills.
Ah, I heard about that place. Big and shiny and big.
Indeed. Compared to the desert, it's a little different sometimes, but we know how to hold our own.
So I've heard. I heard some tales of things happening there, and kind of makes me glad I'm down in Southernbrook where not much happens.
Talking about Sotherbrook, we've heard there's some form of a revolution or anything starting.
I mean, that might be a little blown out of proportion, but I mean, people are getting kind of riled up because some of them are starving.
No wonder then. We're heading over to check it out and see what we can do to help.
Well, I reckon they'd be more than welcome for the help. Problem is, we haven't been catching much fish anymore. And importing food understandably costs quite a bit of money getting it through all the bandits and brigands and however many miles of desert.
Yeah.
So mostly we relied on fishing and trade, and unfortunately the fish seem to have dried up recently.
Do you reckon that there might have been, or there's something new in the water, something like a predator of some sort?
Only thing I could figure of that, or something's killed off all the fish through other means. Like, I doubt that, though, because we didn't see a bunch of dead fish. Water doesn't smell funny. None of the stuff my dad told me about when there was that underwater thing poisoning all the fish with the volcano stuff.
Volcano stuff, okay.
Well, it happens occasionally in the ocean. Something will open up. I mean, you know how volcanoes are with the shooting the lavas and things? Apparently, when they open in water, they shoot out a lot of nasty stuff that'll kill the fish dead.
Yeah, I can't imagine all the fumes would be very healthy.
So he said it happened once out in the open waters, and since he told me about that, I know to keep an eye out for it, but we don't got tons of dead fish floating on the water, so something done eating them or scared them off.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden obviously knows that the chocolatier had something to do with it. I mean, he said so. So he's not going to reveal that, though, of course. But he is just, like, listening to this guy while he's just telling Freya to travel on ground for now and not fly with 3 people.
She's okay with that, and just tappy sort of thing.
Because then she can let the horseshoes do most of the work for the actual, like, walking.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So Aiden will just ride my the other warhorse.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I guess we should look for a decent position to settle down when we get close, if nothing else.
It's not hard to... You actually find kind of a natural... Not really a cave, but kind of an indent in a cliff wall that's nearby. Keep you protected from the stuff, still give you a good view of the water. It seems nice and safe and pretty, you know... easily defendable.
That's good.
So, you guys go ahead and set up camp.
Lem will keep watch, like, at least as long as he can. He does need to sleep, but...
Yeah, I mean, I assume you guys are rotating anyway, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can set up an alarm as well. Larger than Chihuahua size.
Gotcha. That works. So anything pretty much bigger than a rat.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sorry if you guys get stung by a scorpion, but
Well, this is seaside. You're more likely to get pinched by a crab, so... But okay, so you set that up. Ugh, have a nice dinner and everything. Let me see if anything harasses you guys during the night. Okay, so what is the order of watch, just so I know? I'm assuming Lem starts.
Aid will go second.
Okay.
Lem can also be almost last because he has best dark vision, I think, at this point.
I
So-
believe you do, with 120, right?
Yeah,
Aiden
something
has
like
no
that.
dark vision, so I don't mind taking first. But he has Freya too.
Frey
has
doesn't
dark
have.
vision.
It's like Frey doesn't have dark vision.
It doesn't?
No, she doesn't.
Nefera doesn't
Oh.
mind thinking first because
So-
he didn't have to.
Because
do
we've been that before. That's why you don't like flying her at night, because you can't
I thought she
see.
only had 30 foot.
No, she does not have any sort of dark vision. She's a Pegasus, not an owl.
I know that.
I think Borb also has dark vision because you are an elf.
I
Do Eladrins have
Yes.
them? Yeah.
Yeah, Eladrins still have that. It's like it'd be weird to have an elf that didn't. So
Yeah, I was like, can't be.
but okay. So
Or Lem
Aiden,
can be in the middle, so it's kind of like
Mhm.
like dusk and dawn are for others, and Lem
yeah,
can
since
be on
it's
the
a
middle.
little
Yeah.
lighter during that time, they might still see things. Okay. Well,
I am.
I just noticed this. Just
Mhm.
posting it.
yeah, please move.
I am.
Draconic. You have the same
you have
as
the same thing
Ryogo's
I
team
have.
scan.
Oh god, do you have repeating, like, oh my god, yeah, draconic.
I
It's
am
like a
double
fucking
watching.
weeb just losing his mind over it.
I am double watching with Freya, obviously.
Yeah. Luca, I need to see the screen. You're very cute and handsome, but I gotta see through you. And you're very opaque.
No.
Lay down and you will get pets. Lay down. Not loaf up. Lay down. There you go. Good boy. Okay. Aiden, you don't see anything of note in your watch. You do see some, what looks like a pod of dolphins swimming by the coastline for a little while. Some crabs. Nothing really interesting. Certainly nothing dangerous.
Okay.
Excuse
I know
me.
this just in case.
Fair enough. You
Because
go.
of course you will be doing it.
Derp. Forgot what those things were.
Derp.
Yeah, my brain went derp.
Might as well.
Ugh.
Not
Borb tries his best during his.
good.
Blam.
The problem is this is desert. You are a leafy boy.
Yeah, you're
Your stealth
wilted.
is good in the jungle.
But, Blim, you see something a little odd due to your dark vision. You seem to see people coming out of the surf, wandering around the coast at a distance, and then going back into the water.
Okay, Lem doesn't really do anything. He just keeps watch. He
Gotcha.
doesn't like go. He'll probably tell everyone like on the morning that what happened, but
Mm-hmm. Okay.
he
Borb.
keeps like a keen eye.
Oh yeah, it's like none of them get very close to the outcropping. It is a good distance up the coastline, but there definitely these creatures seem to be scouring the shore or just wandering aimlessly. You're not sure which. Before,
Okay.
after about an hour, they just wander back into the surf. So they don't look like they're aquatic or anything. They don't have fins or anything like that. They look like people at this distance. Borb, you do see something that's a little interesting when you're up. A little glowing ball of light approaches the camp.
Interesting.
A beautiful hue of blue.
Yeah, that's nice.
Arcana,
Magic.
you are almost certain this is a will-o-wisp.
Ah,
As you see those... Give me a perception check real quick.
where?
You are pretty sure there's more nearby because the sand is moving like the wind's blowing it, but there's no wind.
Okay. Wait.
He's plotting.
Oh god!
Put it 60 feet away as I can, and I'll just like make it move.
Start chasing them, basically. They start scattering when
No.
you cast
Oh.
that, so...
I mean, I wouldn't even put it like offensively, just like source of fire. If
Yeah.
they go towards something.
It's like they start scattering when you summon that.
Oh, yeah.
So... They are not looking for something they can fight back. And since you drop this sphere, they're like, no, I'm smart enough to know that this is a wizard, and we don't do well with wizards. As they just, literally, you see when you drop that thing, 12 more of them suddenly light up and book it in different directions.
That's good.
So no eating people while they sleep, how sad. And the...
Boring.
Yeah. And nothing happens during the last shift.
Just out of curiosity, are Will-O-Wisps and D&D fire related, or just?
They are technically not. They're undead spirits. They are resistant to
Right,
fire,
right.
though. They're pretty much resistant
Undead?
to... They are undead. They're lost spirits that eat
Hey,
people.
It wakes up.
I'm being called!
Why?
Extra damage on undead things.
Oh, Lord. But no, they book it. They much rather lure off an individual person or attract someone that's sleeping and devour their life force that way than have something that can fight back.
Gotcha.
So,
Or you could have just woken me up and I could have cast a radiant word that would have got them all.
just a bunch of little fireworks
without hurting
exploding.
you.
But yeah, they are
Without
out.
hurting you.
So, they are definitely out of there.
Cool.
So, but yeah, morning comes without anything else. And Billy is actually up before the rest of you guys, kind of packing, helping you pack up stuff for the camp and everything. Oh! Oh! Sorry! Oh! Oh! That was a good stretch. Get your butt still in the way. So, alright. Let me see if you run into anything else before you get to... Oh, what the fuck?
Goat of
Goat.
traveling.
So
the
you're
fuck?
riding a goat, huh?
Yeah.
What about me?
You gotta carry Billy.
Thought we were friends.
I want to ride the goat!
Can still be friends and I can ride a goat.
The sadness
I wish
in
this
Aiden's
conversation would happen
eyes.
out loud, but Aiden doesn't care.
Jesus. I could totally see it happening out loud. I thought we were friends. Why were you keeping the goat secret from me? Ryoko would have had a fit about it.
Well, Ryoko wanted to just have the gold.
Cool.
Ryoko doesn't care about the rest.
Oh, Lord. You do not encounter anything hostile along the last little bit. As you get closer to Southern Brook, there are a lot more... Oh, so disappointed. There are a lot more fishing ships. You do notice several of them seem to be in low repair.
Mm-hmm.
Like they haven't had the money to keep it up. The city itself, as you get closer to it, it reeks of old fish. There is indeed a good-sized port there, pretty much the same size as Middle Shore, but this one seems a little bit more lively. There are a few shops, things like that, and even riding in, you can tell there's a tension in the air.
Okay, makes sense.
So,
At least we
everybody
luckily
give
have a
me
local with
an
us.
insight check, please.
We are so good at this.
Yes, I
Yes,
know.
so good that I
Oh
rolled
my
a
God.
natural one.
Mlem!
Whoa!
Oh dear, we're gonna have to have Mlem do an in check too.
Oh no!
Nephro saves the
God, we have
day!
a cleric. We have a
Nephro,
cleric.
as you are going down this thing, you do see there are some food stalls, but the prices they are listing are astronomically higher than anywhere else you've been. Like, we're talking a little piece of dried fish for several gold pieces worth of cash. The food is inordinately expensive.
Probably.
Even places that are selling like dried tack rations are easily 10 to 20 times the price of normal rations. Some of the places you see are actually selling like... Oh, go ahead.
Nevin just looks with disgust and walks and keeps walking with the group.
Like, most of the places that have a more affordable price seem to be selling like seaweed stew and things like that. Things that people normally wouldn't want to eat.
Could make a fortune
Oh God.
Don't even think about it.
But he's helping people.
These people don't even have money.
here.
Oh yeah, I
Who is
forgot. There were
Obviously
people in the
not
water
us.
at night.
I didn't hear a single thing.
Lem said that there were people in the water at night. He forgot to say it.
All right. He's gonna look at the guy they picked up. Is there like, has there ever been like any sirens or anything in the vicinity?
I mean, I've heard stories. I haven't ran across one myself.
No fishy.
Right.
Looked human.
Well, I
No
know
fishy things.
what a siren's supposed to be, but most people that meet them don't get to come back and really talk about it.
I mean, makes sense.
And I mean, I'm glad I didn't see one, because I mean, I ain't got no wife, so I'd be probably extremely taken in by one of those.
I actually laughs at that.
He kind of smiles at someone got his joke there, but no, it's like, if there's been sirens, I mean, I certainly hadn't heard any singing at night or nothing.
All right.
So
Well,
that's-
No,
good to
They
know.
came from the water and went into the water.
I mean, you talking about mermen or something?
No, people.
People.
Well, we'll
I
keep
mean-
it in mind.
Most people don't do that. At least not sane people.
No, but there's also food and fish crisis going on, so it's good to keep in mind.
I mean, that is fair. People are driven to some really strange extremes.
Oh
Not
no.
exactly what I was implying, but you're on the right track.
I mean, I'm just a fisherman, friend. It's like, I don't have none of these adventurer thoughts like you do.
No. Yeah, no, but that is all right. Sometimes it's better like that, I'd like to imagine.
I mean, it's definitely generally safer. I don't always get attacked by giant underwater crocodiles while I'm fishing. That was definitely
No.
a first.
How kindly do people look towards foreigners at the moment with everything that's going on?
Well, I mean, as long as you ain't doing nothing against the law, nobody's got nothing against you. As long as you aren't flaunting something, they should be fine.
All right.
So, I mean, don't
And,
whip out an entire piece of bread and not offer to share, but other than that, you should be okay.
Well, I did bring some food for the people.
He claps a
Okay.
hand over your mouth. Don't say that out loud until you're ready to share that.
I guess I am, but yeah, I would like to
Well,
speak to.
I would do that with some sort of official. I'd go talk to the
That's
mayor
what I
about
was-
that, or else you're likely to
That
get
was
mobbed.
Exactly what I was about to ask who the mayor is.
Well, I can lead
Mind
you
you,
to
if he
his
still has his
place.
hand, if he still has his hand on his like mouth, he would just like. Brr, 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 brr.
Yeah, I mean, he's when you start to say the food thing, he kind of and takes it away with it. Don't do something like that again. He's not going to just sit there and listen to you and go. "Ruh, ruh, 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 ruh."
Yeah.
So come on, I'll show you where he is. He's got an office down near the sea, so he can keep an eye on the dock going on. And he, as you're led through town, some people are waving to him. How's the catch? No, I ain't got no luck. They smashed my boat. Oh, tough luck. glad you got an extra one at your house. If you need help, just let me know. You know, these people seem pretty tight-knit, honestly, until you get to the dock proper, where there's a lot more traveling sailors. The city itself seems to be filled with fishermen. They know each other. They like each other. You even see a couple people kind of doing almost cloak and dagger trading of food off in the alleys. Nothing, huge. This guy, you literally watch this guy kind of pull out a piece of salted ham and trade it for a new shirt. But the way they're doing it is like, the Thieves Guild in the center of a city, and they're trading the most important piece of jewelry they stole from the Crown Prince for something.
Yeah.
So, okay. But once you get closer to the port, you do get a lot more stares from the sailors from the boats. There's not as many people that are local. You can tell because they're dressed different. The locals are dressed generally fairly light and fully clothed. Arms, legs, everything's covered with some form of white, dirty but well-kept cloth. Whereas you get to the docks and there's a dozen different outfits there. You can see different colors and everything else. So it's very easy to spot who's a native and who's just stopping in port. Also, the people that seem to be stopping in generally seem better fed than the locals are.
Makes sense.
So, but he takes you to a fairly large building on the edge of the dock that just screams, I'm some sort of official. Knocks on the door, a guard opens it. What do you need? I got a man here that needs to talk to Mayor Slingbad. He's here to help the city. All right, come on in. He's don't have anybody right now. And he opens the door, and just so you guys have his name, that is the mayor.
All right. Well,
When
I
you
would say it's a
come-
pleasure to meet you,
Go ahead.
Mayor Slinmag, but I don't think you're in very much joy for that kind of stuff at the moment.
Well, we're always welcome new visitors. Which the mayor himself seems to be a minotaur.
Oh,
Thing that's weird is he's wearing a suit. Like a very well-tailored suit, but because of his mass, it looks like it's poorly tailored.
the name's Aiden.
Ah, the prince.
I
What
guess
brings you to
I
our
am known.
humble shoreside home?
Well, I mean, I couldn't help but notice that it's not going very well here, so I wanted to see what I can do to help.
Well, I mean, I didn't know the news made it all the way to Gold Hills, but we do seem to have a bit of a fish shortage here, and food has become a bit scarce, unfortunately.
I was able to tell. I barely managed to save one of your fishermen having to venture out way farther to try and find fish.
Oh, well, that explains why he's here. What happened?
Well, he was attacked by a giant gator-looking creature that was tearing his boat apart. I barely managed to catch him in the air before it
Air?
could have gotten worse. Oh, he points to like if there's a window, like he'll.
Yeah,
tap
Freya
it,
just kind of
peek through the
raises a
window.
hoof and waves.
Like I with my Pegasus. But I did. Well, we just came from Middle Shore, and the least I could bring was I did bring a bit of food to help alleviate a bit of the stress at the moment and feed whoever's in dire need of it.
Well, I mean, that would certainly be very helpful. We were going to send a official request to the hills soon to see if the Queen could perhaps spare some sort of aid, but
Yeah, that
we
would
certainly
not be
will not
bad
turn
either.
it down as it is. We do have plenty of
It
people
is-
that are on the edge of starvation,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I bought about like 200 pounds worth of cured meats.
Well, we'll get the locals in and divvy it among them fairly. Unfortunately, the local coffers are almost spent because we've been trying to buy goods off the ships that come in just to keep people fed.
I mean, what else are you going to do? You have to keep everyone alive.
Yeah, we've tried hunting, but it seems like most of this area has been cleared out of most edible beasts that normal people could hunt.
Yeah, we're going to try and investigate what's causing the fish shortage. Well, as we already have been informed, there seems to just be a general lack of fish everywhere around these parts?
Just these waters, it seems. Once you go out a certain distance, it seems normal again, but at least in the easily accessible parts of the docks, there's no fish. We have to sail for about half a day out into the open ocean to get anything.
Yeah, that's not able to produce anything.
Not of note, and certainly, given that the open waters are prone to pirate attacks and wild animals, certainly not safe for small fishing
No.
boats that we have here. They tend to
Has-
stay within sight of the shore.
Has anything ever like this happened before in the history of Sotherbrook?
There is, but we don't have any real information about it. We've had
Right.
famines before, mind you, and various plagues and things that killed fish, but the fact that we haven't found dead fish is perplexing, to say the least.
It's definitely odd. I will not disagree.
Our only
Chelsea
guess...
is scaring the fish.
He kind of looks at you. I mean, for not that long, I don't think. I mean, and he kind of flexes a little bit. I understand the intimidation factor, but once I get out of the water, the fish would come back.
Yeah.
Would they?
I mean, I've been in the water before, and the fish have come back, so yes.
Yeah, they definitely should. All we can do right now is see if we can investigate
But
it
if
a
there
little
are
bit.
people living under there, they
You-
scare the fish away.
Well, I mean, that might, indeed.
Certainly not impossible.
Are you thinking Tritons have moved in and didn't make themselves noticed?
No, people.
Well, apparently we saw
People.
some kind of people in the water at night.
Like, people?
No fishing bits. People.
That's certainly odd. Most
Indeed.
people can't breathe underwater, and I doubt they would stay underwater without, well, being able to breathe.
Yeah.
We haven't heard any reports around here of that, so... Odd. But if you are going to investigate it, we would definitely welcome the help.
Yeah. Also, could you update me real quick? I did change one spell for Blast Log Night,
Okay.
which just makes sense.
Oh, I see. You added
Um,
summon bitches. No.
Well, I think a very certain tall woman would get very upset.
Oh, no. It's like, I don't
But,
remember
uh,
your
He
your
would
spell
just
list, so...
summon her.
Maybe. But then I feel like she would still get upset because it wasn't her.
Wait,
But
what?
I'm not. That's fine. I'm not going
Summon
to cast it
bitches
yet,
would
but I
cost-
prepared
Oh, yeah.
this.
Cast
Okay.
Glory.
He is going to basically say that like I can like also with magic create food for everyone.
Yes, that would definitely... He's... The water's not as much of a problem, but he's definitely not going to say no to more food to feed people. They wouldn't care if it's bland, as long as it
I have
feeds
soup.
them. You have
I
soup?
also have.
I have soup.
He kind of looks
Cauldron
at
of
you,
Plenty.
Aiden, and goes, he just carries soup?
He picks up the cauldron of plenty and smacks it down, fills it with water, and there is soup.
Oh,
Yay!
indeed, soup. You're very...
Soup.
You're full of surprises, little one.
We also have.
And he kind
I
of
don't
pats you
know
on the head and limb.
I also have a couple of these, but that's it.
Just
But
make the
it's
people
good enough
eat
to be
mayonnaise.
Well, it's to get water. Well, water is probably fine, but still, like dipping things. Honey is always good.
Yeah. I just see you, pouring out the mayonnaise. It's food, eat it!
But he's going to ask if we should round up some people so we can first of all distribute like food so everyone can actually be fed for a day before
We'll-
we go investigate.
We've got guardsmen. They'll gather those in most need and get them here, and we'll divvy up what's left from there. If you wish
Alright,
to be
well-
present, you can, but that's something we
Yeah,
can
I-
manage on our own.
I would just in case there's anything else that's going on. It'd be nice to, I guess, see. I'd like to, well, as a paladin, I would like to just see that everyone gets what they need.
That's understandable. We promise you they will, but we'll do it. We are going to do it in the public eye, so nothing behind closed doors.
Mlim pushes the cauldron of plenty to the guy.
Use it. It can be done 3 times.
Just
Oh,
let me
that's
know where
excellent
to.
then.
Just let me know where to deposit the jerky.
I get it back later.
I promise you will. He tells a couple guards to grab basically water skins and fill them with the soup, so they can get as much of the soup as they can from it, and then hands you back the cauldron and tells you some details that they're basically going to get everything set and will distribute the food later today.
All right. Well, if you need any more, just let me know and I can create it.
Well, I certainly won't say no to you creating it. We'd rather have the instantly expendable passed out first and the, well,
Yeah.
real passed out later so it can last longer. No offense.
Well, low are we?
What?
Well,
Trying to
doesn't the
remember what
create
level
food
are
and
we as
water
players.
disappear?
13. Ow, ow.
No, I'm just
You will-
trying to remember
you
what
will-
level are we as characters.
You will let
13.
them know that
Oh, 13.
you will let them know that the like magic food would technically be the more expendable one because it would spoil after 24 hours.
Well, that's what he meant. If you were going to summon it, he'd pass that out
Yeah.
first, since that has to be eaten immediately. Whereas
How
any
many
of the
pounds
dried
would
goods.
would they estimate that they would need to feed the people in need?
Let me see what the population is again, real quick. For a day's worth of food for the locals, they'd need about 93 pounds of food.
93. Okay. I don't
To
know
be
how
honest,
much...
even the Cauldron of Plenty takes all of that because it's 3 times 50 pounds.
Dude, my whole desk
Yes,
is covered
everyone
with
just keep
dirt
bringing-
because of you, Hugin.
With me, as everyone's just keep bringing ingredients, and after it just starts to cook.
That's the problem. There is no ingredients.
Yeah, they're
There's
kind of
no
low on food.
Well, I have ingredients.
Oh,
You kind of maxed out there.
Sorry. I have spices and ingredients. Mlem has a lot of meat. As long as we can combine most of our inventory.
yeah, but we also have like these free expendable things that don't cost us any resources.
Also, I only have, let's say, suspicious meats right now
Yeah.
because I had to give away all the normal ones. I gave away my camel and like horse
Oh.
meat and bacon. And I only have like weird
Yeah,
stuff.
just
right
tons of purple worms and a few other,
I
exotic
have
meats.
grey render, Neotilidid, hands.
The big
Fire giant?
lava, a lot of
Yes,
stuff.
you do have
Armadillo?
crunchy hands.
On top of the like Cauldron of Plenty, Aiden will just create this so that everyone can like not only just get by but actually like eat their fill for once.
But if I had the feast one, I would cast it, but I don't have it prepared.
It's fine. Like we're already over the needed food amount.
Nefido with the spat. No, I'm here.
Hello.
Nefido with
Yeah,
the
I got
spatula just goes and dives down. Like, looks
What
down.
about the DM?
Sorry, I was replying to a couple
No.
things. Say what now?
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
I just added the one create food charge, so and told him that the people could actually not only just get by, but actually eat their fill for once with the Cauldron of Plenty combined.
Oh yeah, it's like people are going to be stuffing themselves silly. Like I said, the 95 is just, or the 93 is the minimum to get a good
Yeah.
meal into all of them, and that's
This
just
would turn
one
to,
good meal.
With 3 charges, the Cauldron of Plenty would turn it to 195 pounds with the create food and water as well.
Yeah, there'd be some extra for that. So
And the food from create food and water at least lasts 24 hours, so they can still eat that later too.
yes, as long as they eat
Yes.
it within there. So
He is also donating the 200 pounds of dried meat they bought.
yeah, he's gonna basically tell the people, hey, these are the things we're serving you now. Eat them quick. These are not going to keep. Here are some emergency supplies for the next few days.
Mm,
So,
Like, if you want to see what Mlem carries right now, I can just.
oh, go for it, because I'm honestly kind of curious what sort of weird shit you've collected at this point. RP egg, naga meat, fruits.
The thing is, did you say how many people are in this town?
There's just under 100.
Then he could even do this for like a night too. I'm not casting it right now to just feed everyone because this literally feeds everyone that's in it like all they could want.
That's true.
So he,
But
there is like,
most people probably don't want to leave their homes alone for, so long.
yeah, I mean, it's an option though.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
he's just going to say that while he
has
is
it
like while we're present,
has it
that we're going
recharged?
to,
I forget.
yeah,
Okay.
it should recharge the last couple days.
Okay, I could not remember if it's been 10 days since you used it last or not. Alright. But no, he kind of gives you the general plans. He's going to get something set up in the main town square, get the word out so everyone can get a good meal. Shift out the guards here and there so he can make sure that the sailors don't do anything dumb because there's no guards around. And it takes about 3-4 hours for him to kind of get everything set up, have the guards run the messages and everything. And sure enough, he gets a place set up in the middle of town. It's nothing fancy. It's basically several tables to put the food on.
Yeah.
And sent the advice for people to bring their own bowls and things to get the food. He does have some on there for the people that are a little bit more destitute. That way they can still get some of the food as well. But it's kind of a bring your own bowl bash.
Yeah.
And yes, when he does ring that bell and gets the people starting to file in, most of them look half-starved at best. There's a couple children that look extremely malnourished. So this is probably... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Like...
I was gonna say is like Nefido's gonna try to notice for like the people that are sick or like need any medical help, and he'll start taking care of them with his magic.
None of them seem hurt. They're just extremely starved.
But
so
well,
and
energy, there's spells for invigorating energy.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't really replace food. Is the problem. You get them all energized, and they burn energy they don't have because they're starved. But
just because the of course, because the starving and everything during the like second half of the eating, I'm just going to play the lyre to like lighten the mood a little bit because everything's been so tense.
Some of them notice it and they appreciate it. Most of them are absolutely just engrossed in whatever food they can get their hands on. Yeah, mostly the children are the ones enjoying the music. Some of the parents with the children are enjoying it and encouraging the children to enjoy the music.
I'm trying to find where the...
Mostly this place is filled with the very dedicated sound of mouths being filled as quickly as possible.
That's another crit.
Dear God.
Plus that, and then plus 6 from my pick of performing.
Dear fuck. Yeah, it's an amazing performance that Spluma might even be jealous of.
Jesus Christ. A 47.
Jesus Christ. It definitely seems to relieve a lot of the stress of the people that hear it. Like, it's probably the first time they've honestly enjoyed themselves for weeks.
Yeah.
But it's mostly in silence. The mayor is, trying to keep up spirits. Ugh. He seems like he's an honest guy. When you're looking at him in this light, you can see that there's parts of the suit that don't fit right anymore, like he lost weight.
Right.
So he probably hasn't been eating what he normally eats either. Who's a baby booger? Who's a baby dirt boy, huh? Okay. But a couple of the sailors try to come in, start some, grief, but the guards very quickly just kind of, get the fuck out of here. This is not for you, sort of thing. But nothing really of interest happens. There's several people thanking you for the food. A couple that honestly, come up with kids that look like skeletons, or like, you probably saved my kid's life.
Aiden like gives like a blessing for all of them.
You do get a little bit of information from a couple of them as they're talking to you, because I'm assuming you just kind of make small talk with them that are willing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Aiden will try to lift spirits and like just chat with people to get their mind of things wherever possible.
A couple of the fishermen that are there and eating basically tell you that this has been happening for about 3 weeks now. The fish just kind
3
of
whole weeks.
vanished. No traces of
My
them.
goodness.
Occasionally something bigger comes through, like a whale or a dolphin, but they're not equipped to hunt those.
Right.
It's like it just happened and they were gone. Once I got a couple of them sailed out farther because they were more daring, more stupid than the others, just depending to try to fish. And they found out, hey, once you get about this far out from, the shoreline from the city, the fish are back like normal. And that's the only reason there's been pretty much any food besides what they bought from the sailors that hit port at all.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Because unfortunately, this is not exactly good farmland, so whatever isn't fish and things they can get from the sea, they have to import.
Yeah.
So a lot of the fishermen and their children, wives, whoever, have been diving for kelp and other seaweeds because it's still somewhat plentiful, even though it's not very nutritious.
Mm-hmm.
Just to have something to eat.
Like looking around, is there like a ton of kobolds in this place?
You don't see a single cobalt.
All right. Is any like? There's also probably no one saying anything about a kobold uprising or anything.
Like every
that,
time you
right?
mention it, they look at you like you're kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like we get the occasional kobold sailor, but I mean, no, there's no. I don't think there's any kobolds living here permanently. We got some elves, lots of humans, a couple orcs. I think we even
Yeah,
got
we just-
a couple lizard folk and dragonborn, but I don't think we have any kobolds.
Don't worry about it. It's an odd rumor we heard.
That's fair. I wouldn't mind meeting them. I heard they're adorable little critters.
I would not disagree.
Kobolds will save the world. But let me see what other rumors you hear just by listening through tables. You hear a lot of gossip, them trying to blame, local sea gods for it, that they haven't been appeased. Some of the older people go, oh, we should have never stopped sacrificing to so-and-so. This is why the fish are gone, is this god's angry. We need to go back to sacrificing to this god. Just general complaints and stuff like that. Some people are saying, no, somebody obviously pissed off this god by doing something stupid. They might have caught their favorite fish and wasted it, or they did something wasteful in the ocean, or this and that. One does catch your attention, though, as you're walking by,
Okay.
as his friends are calling him a complete loony, as he says he's been seeing things in the kelp.
Mm.
And not
Oh.
normal sea things, by the sounds of it.
Aiden is going to try to talk to that person, of course.
He kind of looks you up and down, a little bit suspicious, and then he realizes, oh shit, this is the guy giving us food. And it's immediately him and everybody else at the table. Oh, come on, sit down. Oh, you're such a great guy, Pat. You're so awesome, blah. Good 15 minutes of them just praising you and making you feel welcome. Before one of them, what brings you to our table?
Well, I heard that you saw anything odd. Like I heard, like we're really just trying to figure out anything that's going on at the
We're
moment.
talking
so I
about
kind of-
Ludwig there. Oh, God. He's crazy. Don't listen to him.
Well, no offense, but isn't this whole situation kind of crazy to begin with? Fish just disappearing out of the blue and all
Well,
that.
I mean, I guess tell him, Ludwig. I mean, it's not like anything's going to happen, even if you tell him, right?
Yeah,
the-
we're just gonna have to.
The guy who
get any bit of
he points
information.
out as Ludwig is a very thin man, but you can tell that he's worked probably the nets his entire life, as he's got kind of that build that he's always been doing some sort of heavy labor, even though he's a very
Right.
thin man. Well, it was about a week ago now. I was helping with the kelp diving in the shallower
Okay.
waters, about half an hour from the shore. Cutting the kelp, just like normal, hoping to see even a fucking otter or something I could kill for meat. Saw a person walking. 'Cause I thought, well, okay, somebody else is helping harvest in here, watching my back. But no, it was a man. It wasn't a local either, none. His face was all blue. And he looked at me and kept walking. And it was the craziest thing because for a second his eyes looked like they were bulging out of his fucking head. Like, not like, and he kind of does this shape on his face where, he cups his hands around his eyes. It's not like these eyeballs were, no, like they got bigger when he looked at me.
He's kind of like, if Borb's with him, he's going to look at if this, like, Borb to see if this, like, rings any kind of fucking bell.
Blem also is like probably dangling from the roof.
See? People.
Well, this is definitely aligning with some things that we saw.
But well, it is? I thought I was just suffering from lack of oxygen or something.
I'm afraid not necessarily, but I guess we're going to search into it to confirm or disconfirm.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you'll see them, but they're should be around. Like I said, it was weird at a distance. I thought it was a normal man, but when it looked at me, it was like something changed, like something dropped, and I was able to see what it was.
Right.
It was weird. I don't like it, though.
I don't blame you. I don't like this either, but we're definitely going to try our best to take care of it.
Keep your eyes out. I mean, I don't know if they're dangerous or not, but... Because it didn't attack me, it just looked and walked away.
Yeah, he's not going to say this out loud, but he's going to keep his oddly leaf-shaped eye out.
Yeah, he's not really staring at your eyes, so...
Yeah, I know. I didn't expect him to.
Oh, that was the other thing I found. I forgot. And he reaches down into a belt pouch and pulls out a little... what looks like a trinket.
Okay.
It dropped this... and he hands you what looks like it's made out of maybe whalebone, maybe some sort of other bone. It's kind of hard to tell because it's been kind of worn down by the salt water. But it's an odd shape, vaguely kind of like an alligator, maybe something like that.
Right.
Borb, you don't really know what the hell he might be talking about.
Damn, you're like the smartest person.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one's not quite high enough for that. So, good attempt, though.
Sadly, the Professor Orb isn't very good with Arcana. Otherwise, I would have gotten him out.
No, he is very specialized in what he does. So, I mean, you got a shipwright one. He might know something.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to grab him out to, like, I guess it's not bad to ask.
Insight? What are you trying to interpret?
My bad, I just misclicked.
Oh, it's all good.
Nature probably wouldn't tell anything because they are...
I'm not proficient in nature.
Yeah, these are not natural, but I'll still let you check it just to be... just on an off chance.
I mean, my survival is better, but...
Yeah, but this is more knowledge and not, how to eat.
Wow, that wasn't actually terrible.
Yeah, none of you guys are like...
highest?
I don't know. You've just been on a high roll today, it seems. None of you were...
I need to go gambling.
I would laugh if Mlem fucking credit on this. Mlem knows! Mlem's eaten this before!
Yeah, he has got the Professor Orb out at this point, too.
Okay, and... let me check what was his skills again? It's been a little while since I've looked at him.
I know he was very good with, like, all sorts of, like, manual labor and specifically, like, farming and all that kind of stuff.
What? Where is he? It's like I hate that I have to keep finding these orbs sometimes.
Yeah.
Not your fault. It's on me. So.
Wasn't it the redneck one?
It's the
you had
Dird.
that,
It's the Professor Dird.
Oh yeah, Professor. Okay, yeah, he was all about manual labor, making farms, things like that. He wasn't the nautical one. That was a different one. Okay.
But he's still smarter than the rest of us.
Yeah, but he's not likely to know that one. So.
I know.
But we'll go on the off chance, but perhaps you've heard tales.
Exactly.
Mother of fuck! He critted.
I knew it. My boy, Dr. Dirt.
Oh god. So you pop him out. I was like, oh, I heard of those once. Had to chase things like that out of a shoreside village we're setting up a nice melon farm on. The nasty little critters. They're called Kuatoa. Apparently some of them have the ability to mimic what they look like unless you look them in the eyes. We didn't know they were there till they basically got up on shore, got among us, and then panicked the fuck out of the other things. What I hear, they can be scary little motherfuckers. They can
He's
make
not gonna
gods.
Well, he's talking to like everyone. He's gonna whisper to Borb. It's like, I didn't expect him to fucking know.
I didn't either. If he hadn't fucking credited, I don't know. It sounds like a goddamn man trying to drown himself. What do you want from me? I can help you with cucumbers. Nope, he just
Well.
apparently had to have a fucking run-in on him on what is now Southport, so...
Nice.
That, individually, they're not that very scary nothing, but from what I heard, in another place they got up in, they started worshipping the damn lighthouse and the lighthouse up and walked away. I'm not joking. I mean, it literally grew legs and walked the hell into the ocean.
He's gonna look at like the people they've been sitting with and just say like, well,
They're all kind of
looks
looking
like
at
your
this
crazy
orb with a
friend
mixture
is-
of fucking, the hell is this thing? And nah, can't be.
it looks like you're crazy, and so he's done like the air like quotes.
Yeah.
Friend was kind of onto something.
Well, we're sorry, Ludwig, but it just sounded kind of mad. It's like, and he's like, I thought it was going, I was losing it too. Been down there eating too much seaweed and shit. Didn't know it was some
But-
kind of monster. I thought it was just somebody, I saw something, reflection in the water maybe. Weird fish.
Rest assured, we're going to try everything that we can to get rid of them.
Well, I mean, they live underwater and they breed like goddamn cockroaches. So that might be why they're having the fish issue. They eating all the goddamn fish.
Yeah, they're probably feeding themselves, and very plentiful. It looks like.
Or,
Can we
you know,
eat them?
gods forbid, they got themselves some new god down there and they're making offerings.
I'd like to avoid that.
Well, I would too, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. I mean, I did tell you about that lighthouse, right?
Yeah, Aiden's just like thinking to himself, like, which spot is left at this point on his body with the coverings and markings.
I was like, I just heard tales, like I said. They can make anything they believe hard enough into some sort of god. They aren't like gods per se, but they can be gods. I like I said, I don't know, but if you start believing enough in a goddamn lighthouse and it walks the hell away, I mean, you got something going for you there.
I guess you really do, but thank you, Dirt.
I'm just glad he didn't do it with the damn melons. That would have been, well, no, then again, if the melons would ride up and walk to the market, that would be pretty damn handy. Though I don't think people would want to buy walking melons.
Probably
If you-
not.
Melons, you just need halflings. They have melon toes.
I thought there were melancholies.
No, melon toes.
Well, hell, you learn something every day, don't you?
I thought it was like some kind of warts.
I don't
No,
know
they
why.
have melons there.
They raise great crops,
but-
though. I know that much.
He's
But-
going to thank Dr. Dirt and like put
Shove him back.
away.
Yeah, he's still rambling as you shove him back in the pack.
Brendan
But-
Gooby told me that they
We
have
can't forget
melons on
that
toes.
like even though I cannot disactivate or deactivate him anymore because he is got the googly eyes on him.
Yes.
He is just alive.
Yes, he is fully sentient, unfortunately.
Not necessarily, unfortunately. He helped us out just now.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean he might not pop up some. What the hell are you doing here? This dirt's horrible. Go somewhere else now. I will not stand for such a plot of land. I got the
And
horrible
that's the
feeling he's
voice.
eventually going to turn into goddamn foghorn leghorn on me.
Hey man. But you guys rest up for now and enjoy the meal. We're going to look into it.
Oh, thank you very much for that, sir. It's like we're definitely thankful for it, and Like,
It's
well,
the
like
least
with
we
like,
can
well,
do.
I'm glad I could be of help of that. Like I said, I thought I was with the boys here. I was just telling them, and I thought I might have gone crazy, but I don't know if that's a
Well-
good or a bad thing in this case. After hearing what your little magic Google
To say
ball
the-
said,
To say the least, I'm glad you did discover it.
well, now I'm not sure I am glad I discovered it because I don't want her lighthouse going up and walking. My granddaddy helped build that.
Not about that part, more about the fact that this points us in the right direction to get you guys fed again.
Well, I'm glad it's helpful. It's still damn scary though.
Yeah. He's going to like pet him on the shoulder before he leaves.
Just
don't
pet him.
worry about it too much.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna try not to, but I mean, if I wake up and my shit's walking around, I mean, I'm gonna be worried. Understandably
As
so.
long
I
as
hope
you
you
don't
understand.
As
I
long
would
as you
be
don't start
too.
worshipping it, he
Well, it's
Aiden
like-
says with like
But that's the problem.
the
What
holy
if,
mark.
what if my door becomes a god and it won't let me out unless I worship it? And then what?
Well, unless you start it, it won't. He like Aiden like starts walking away at this point.
Yeah, the guys are
Um,
devolving into the what ifs if something happens
Of course,
argument
he
of
says this with,
theology.
like, 3 different deity symbols on him.
Oh yeah. It's just kind of, they're all, what if I tried to go to the toilet and is now a god? Is using it blasphemy or not?
I think they would like it. It's their purpose.
All hail the mighty Lou. We donate this shit to you. I could totally see a fucking redneck cult doing that. What were you saying there, Borb?
I think me and Nephro would do quite a bit to shit in a god's mouth.
Nephro for sure. He would have way too much fun doing that. I've prepared for this day. I've only eaten nothing but fiber for 3.5 days. I'm ready. After he ate nothing but beef for 2 days before that.
Listen, depending on the deity, Aiden's in too.
Oh, God. Gonna have to rename this group the Shit Squad at this point. What is our goal? To shit in every god's mouth that we dislike, and that's a lot of gods. Jesus. Tiamat gets
just
it
the
5
evil
times.
There's like in parentheses or brackets, like there's like mostly just the evil ones, and then like in double parentheses.
Oh, yeah,
we added this part for Aiden.
And then in the third one, Nephro has no such qualms. If it's a god, it gets it.
Entirely at our discretion.
Yeah.
It's fucking Cleveland Steamer, the whole lot of them.
Otherwise, Aiden's
Do not
going to
look
head
that up.
toward-
Please do not look that up.
Aiden is going to head toward the docks already to just check out like if there's how daring those guys are.
Well, right now, none of the locals are at the docks. They are all eating, and the sailors are pretty well behaved. There's still plenty of guards
Well-
on the dock.
I'm talking about how daring the creatures are.
Oh, you don't see any like floating down in the kelp down off any of the docks or anything. People are kind of looking at you, just staring down, just kind of, what is he doing? But
Lemmy's looking as well, and it's like,
Hello? Anyone home?
You can cast that on all of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I have
yes,
my own method.
up to 10 willing
I have more
creatures.
of them.
So
Well, this is just he can do this on
24
10 of
hour.
us for
Yeah.
free. Like he doesn't have to
Right.
cast this multiple times.
yeah, he
The
just
whole
has to
day.
do the 10-minute ritual, and he can go
24 hours.
bam. Whole day you can breathe water. Have fun.
Only problem is we still swim slow. Just
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's okay. We'll probably live.
We'll probably be okay. So you guys are just gonna kind of walk into the water and check things out?
Just in case, he is going to ask you to include Freya as well, even though he's not going to make her immediately get
Yep.
down with us.
Freya's not very keen on swimming.
He's just saying it to her like as an emergency in case everything goes awry.
To be fair, she
Like,
won't
before we-
swim any faster than you guys. She
I
can
know,
fly
but-
above the water and help, but
Another like person, just in case. If we can include her for free in the water breathing, why not do it?
She's willing to do it, but she
Elemental.
really, really doesn't want to be underwater.
I'm not going to make you go in the water. Just,
She's just getting that out. She's like, if need be, I'll get in the water for you,
Freya, I'm
but
not going to make you go in the water.
I've got wings and I've got hooves, and neither are very, aquatic friendly.
I know you're doing great.
I'm just pointing
Kelpie
this
has no
out.
Wait,
Neffa just makes a snickering comment. Kelpie has
I
no
could
problem.
always technically like resummon her temporarily in like a more aquatic body. Actually,
I mean,
With
if you
fine
got
grade
the
of speed.
spell, I think you
I
can.
do have the spell.
Like,
I
Um,
summon you.
let
new
me
Here-
double
Vaporeon
check
Freya.
on that real
It's
quick.
Griffin, Pegasus, Periton, a direwolf, a rhinoceros, or a saber-toothed tiger. But there was also one thing.
On Greater Steed, you said?
uh, Yeah, find greater steed. There was also one part. I need to
Hell's
find it right
A
now.
Paradon. Okay, so a fucking pterodactyl.
Yeah.
I'll include.
I know there was one part about it that like if like around the same level of creature would be allowed to be made if the DM so like allows
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of for any of them. That's why some like halflings
Yeah.
get to ride dogs and things like that as their steed.
Yeah. So if we would allow it, I don't know what a fucking like same level as a
Seals?
Pegasus. Yeah, Kelpie, I guess.
Yeah, kelpie,
Wolves?
seals, maybe.
I'm not sure what CR level Kelpie is, but like as a form, it could be a
Yeah.
horse, but just a
They're
Kelpie
technically a homebrew, but they're a CR5 creature, if I remember right.
Right.
form. Okay, that might be too much then.
What
They-
is a
they do have-
Pegasus CR wise.
2. It's the CR2.
Okay, yeah.
So kelpies have like a bunch of magics in them and stuff like that because they
Yeah.
are pretty nasty fake creatures.
Yeah.
Giant seahorse.
Then
Oh,
it's
wait.
still tiny.
I
it's
found a
just slightly-
Kelpie.
Yeah,
I found a Kelpie homebrew that's CR2.
Is it the one I had was a CR5 because it has a bunch of water magics on it?
I'm just gonna paste it real quick. It says challenge rank 2 in here.
Well, I believe
mean,
you.
I
so-
wouldn't
Uh,
like because you have Pegasus that has flying speed. What's difference if you keep?
Yeah, I mean, if
Freya's
it's
Pegasus
just-
stats, but it just
It's
instead of
swimming
flying
instead of
speed,
frying.
it's
Yeah,
swinging
You know,
speed.
Exactly.
that's all they would really do with it if we did that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna pee real quick now.
oh my, finding a god already. Like a good baby. He's a dirty,
Maybe
dirty
it's
kitty.
Probably just gonna yell into the water at this point. Now that he can dunk his head in.
It's like the fact that you just summon a spirit is not an actual thing. I mean, yeah, it's just switching it over at that point. So,
If I were to summon a water elemental and tell it to envelop me, and then like swim with me,
yeah, I mean, you could be carried inside of it.
eh? Interesting.
Like, honestly, they're big enough they could just carry you and swim around with you.
Yeah, it's kind of because they have like that whelm feature.
Yeah, but so yeah, I mean, even if it didn't whelm you, it would be able to swim around with you at its swim speed because you can ride it because you're one size category smaller.
Mhm.
Because they're large creatures and you're a medium creature. Now, if you summon the elemental spirit, not so much because those ones are your size.
I have conjure elemental. Oh wait, that's from the emerald. Which one is on my stat?
Like if you had the water brazier or something like that, that summons just a regular old water elemental. I think the sapphire
I think
gems
Nebiro
do.
has it.
I've got summon elemental 4th level.
So,
Shpuma
Like,
has
wait, what? I got a water elemental because of a stone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, stone. I thought you had like.
No,
No,
Yeah,
wait,
right
I have
here
the
as well.
cauldron. I have the cauldron.
Ah, okay, yeah.
There those
Yeah,
fuckers
no,
are.
I
I finally
have-
found them.
Yeah, I have the brazier for the water elemental. I have the
Fiendish.
pit for the fire one, and I have the stone for the earth one.
I've got this one.
Oh yeah, that's the spirit, so it's not the
Yeah, that's not the
regular
actual
one,
elemental,
but-
so
What?
Right.
they're medium, so they wouldn't be able to carry you.
Elemental spirit. Yeah. It's weird that it doesn't say the actual thing.
Yeah, it
Okay,
does.
I'm back.
Right there, elemental spirit, medium elemental.
Yeah, just like the actual spell name, because like
Oh.
the other one's conjure elemental. This one's
Yeah, conjure summons up the actual monster, summons spirits. It's a weird change they did, but that's what they did.
yeah. And then there is the lesser one that just summons like methods or something.
Yeah, it's like I think the base one summons like Mephits or whatever is that. I think it's mostly like dust, whatever Mephits, or like half CR Mephits, I think.
Yeah.
Well, if it's allowed, I'm going to transform her into a water horse then that actually loves the water.
Poor Freya getting changed into a water horse.
She's like, excuse me, why would you do this to me?
Mind you, they will have a different personality because it is a different horse.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you will be able to resummon Freya afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
Can I summon a devil and force it to carry me in the water?
The devil is like,
That-
what are you
That's the way
doing?
to get a devil to haunt you forever afterwards.
oh god.
They would take you down and then ice the place if they were like an ice devil type.
Oh yeah.
Just easier to recurse you.
Which is also nice. Because now,
What?
I'm assuming like everything stays the same. We're just gonna act like the fly is swimming now.
Yes. Mind you, it
And
won't be able
because
to attune to those shoes because it would take too long, one, and two, it only affects the fly speed and not
I
the
was
swim
gonna say
speed, so.
that. Yeah, I was gonna say the hooves would make literally no sense.
Yes.
So he's just pocketing them.
So.
And I'm assuming she wouldn't even have like hooves properly, anyways, but rather
They
like,
do. The Kelpies
water-based
do,
things.
but they kind of go weird when they're in water, so.
Right.
And can actually change them into fins instead of hooves.
And the good thing is because of I have the belt that lasts for 24 hours after I resummon her, so she has +9 to attack and AC and damage now.
Right. So we'll just keep Freya there. It's just she's now got the 60 feet swim speed instead.
Well, now she's coming with us.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not going to switch out
Yeah.
all that stuff just
Yeah,
to
yeah,
change it
yeah,
back
yeah, yeah.
later. So let me see how this Kelpie spirit is. Damn, okay. Well, it seems to really like you. Like, almost to a subservient level. Unlike
Okay.
Frey, who's got that little bit of spunk to her, this one's very much, yes, master. No, master. As you wish,
Freya's been
master.
Like that, mostly do.
No, she's always giving you a little bit of sass back. She still follows her orders just fine, but it's always kind of, well, I mean, you just saw what happened. I don't want to go in the water. I really don't want to go in the water.
Well,
So,
you'll be a Quara.
I am Aquara. Thank you, master.
Well, let's head out. And he looks at the other ones after like Borb's finished casting. Aiden's just jumping in.
Well, Aquara swims after you, which as you, Borb, you see as she hits the water, her hooves transform into more like clawed flippers. Which the weird part is, she still seems to run underwater.
He is going to kind of try, like, I guess, mounting her. If
Yeah.
that works underwater.
It does. Basically, you just kind of cling to her, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody's swim speed is basically half their normal movement speed unless they have something to compensate for it. So,
Lem
Right.
will basically try to stick to the bottom, but of course it's not as like easy.
yeah.
But he will also use like Thorn Whip to pull
Sweet.
himself. Because
thought-
it's just a
Didn't you,
cantrip that he can use. So
didn't you have a swim speed as a lizard folk?
I have climb speed
Oh, that's right. We
But-
switched it out. That's right.
Yeah.
We switched it out.
because
Aiden's-
he's a chameleon.
Aiden's going to pop his head up real quick one more time, though, and is quickly going to say, wait, are you going to do that mind thing, or how are we going to talk?
Point. Yeah, I can do that. It only lasts an hour though, so
I mean, I really hope we're not going to be in there for more than that, but I believe in you being able to recast it in an emergency.
not underwater.
You can't?
I mean, I guess I could if I use subtle spell, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a waste.
Well, it says
It
you
requires
no
schematic.
with this
You have
one
to use subtle
because
spell?
of the way that it's said. You retain your normal respiration, meaning you can talk, so you can
Yeah,
still
like
cast your
oh,
spells.
automating it.
Okay.
It's just
hear you
other
anyway.
people won't hear you underwater, except for blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So you can
So
still
we'll still
cast
be
your
able-
spells as normal with
Yeah,
this
no,
spell.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's the good
And
part about
basically
breathe
everyone
water.
can, but it's just not something you can hear
Hmm.
easily.
Yeah. Like you'd have to get basically and put your lips to each one's ears and go, "Can you hear me
Kiss me,
now?"
Borb.
Hold me closer, Borb, in this water wonderland under the sea.
Under the sea.
Now comes the mermaids. No.
I'm so shiny. We're gonna have the fucking crab down there.
Darling, it's wetter. Better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
That would be fucking terrifying if we had the like Moana or whatever it was called.
Oh yeah, the fucking giant
Yeah, the
crab,
banana
the shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking shiny bastard.
I mean, I've got stats for something similar to it if you want to fight a giant fucking crab from the netherworld.
I mean, I saw someone making custom Subnautica creatures too.
Oh
But the
boy.
Reaper Leviathan pulling up.
Do not know why that popped in my head, but Draconic. Oh, that's the Kelpie based off of Shin Megami Tensei. Nice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what the photo's
okay.
from. It's
Right.
the Shin Megami Tensei one. Yeah, the one I have actually has a few more spells than this one.
Okay, the Reaper and Ghost Leviathan would be challenge rating 11 each.
That's it?
Apparently.
They went
I mean,
easy on it. I guess they think that
I guess they're not
often players don't
magical
go that high.
creatures and stuff like
True,
that either.
but I mean, if I hear Leviathan, I expect something pretty
I mean-
fucking nasty.
A Reaper Leviathan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
especially with
good.
that. It's like a
Oh,
ghost.
It has echolocation, keen hearing, water breathing, of course.
Yeah.
Multi-attack, mandibles, bite. Interesting. Oh,
I mean, it's still pretty decent, don't get me wrong, but I would expect at least the
Alright.
Ghost Leviathan to have more resistances and stuff.
something.
Because, I mean, it's a fucking ghost.
Yeah.
Or at least, a higher challenge rating or something.
They were just.
It's probably made for lesser, like,
And I'll be
like,
damn honest. If I saw
not
one of those
high-level
around
campaigns.
level 11, I would fucking panic.
To be fair, it's like even a high level campaign could be nasty because you do get attack disadvantage when fighting underwater.
Yeah.
Because, well, you're not designed to fight underwater. So they could still be quite a menace. My ranged attacks won't work unless they specify they can work underwater, and even then, they have very short range. Like,
That's
spells
more
is
like
pretty
it.
much the way to fight underwater.
Sea Dragon Leviathan with challenge rating 19.
Ah, that sounds more like what I picture when I hear Leviathans. Yeah, there we go. That I'd expect it to have a little bit more AC, but still. That's about what I'd expect with a fucking
Yeah.
Leviathan there. There we go. Swallow attack. That's what the other ones don't have.
Meteor?
Wait, it has meteor? Well,
You can do
it
a
has fucking meteor. Huh.
Okay.
Because fuck that guy on the shoreline. Yeah, because it's got an 80 to a 320 foot range. So literally, you can just
Jesus
slime up to the
Christ.
surface, point and go, fuck that guy in particular.
Oh my god.
Because it's one target. It's not even like a meteor. It's just, fuck that guy with a skyrock. Just that guy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
God.
Mm.
I could see it fucking
guess-
tearing shit up, though, just staying out of range and bombarding people with meteors.
Yeah. I guess we can already start diving in. I mean, Borb's BRB, but till we see anything, I guess it wouldn't matter anyways.
Yeah. Got about 30 minutes left. Okay, just checking the time.
Yep.
Oh, crunchy. Hello, sir. Yes, I made a noise. That means I must stretch and get in your way, father. My whole desk is covered with dirt thanks to you, sir. Literally, he came in, laid down, and just puffed dirt off of him. He's brown rather than black again. But, okay. Let me check a couple things. Okay, you check close to the docks, and you don't see anything out of the ordinary. There's seaweed, there's some small critters, like crabs and things like that, bottom scavengers. It is very obvious there are no fish. And from what little you do know of normal nature, kelp is like the perfect place for fish to be. There's food, there's shelter. Like, this place should probably be teeming with some kind of fish, and there's none. Like, the closest thing you see are some shrimp that float around. And a couple seahorses.
Definitely doesn't sound great.
How far do you want to get off the coast?
Well, honestly, Aiden's going to go till we find something.
Ooh! Ah!
Lem probably mentioned that, I mean, we saw them at night, that maybe waiting till night could be also a good idea, but even if the other dude did see them at daytime, but...
Aiden, wait up a second.
I'm waiting up a second.
Just tying myself to your horse.
What?
Just
Oh.
tie a little loop around me, tie a little loop around the horse.
Quick, Aquara, go at full speed down.
Yes, master! Blah! She dashes as far as she can down.
No,
while...
no, I'm not doing it. I am not killing Borb.
Well, he wouldn't die. It'd just be very uncomfortable. He'd have a 50-50 chance of being folded like a pretzel or having his back snapped.
Borb, what do you know about these? Do they, like, hang out rather deep? I mean, I'm assuming they have some kind of nesting.
You can give me an Arcana now that you have an idea what you're looking for. No, you have no idea about the habits of these little fuckers.
They
All
live
right.
in the water.
Well, thank you. Let's go deep.
Good old Borb information.
Let's go deeper.
Okay, you do start to go deeper, and as you get deeper, it becomes a little bit more like Twilight in this area. You're about an hour off the shoreline and several hundred feet deep. It very sharply drops off after the coastline. There's
I
still
actually
plenty
did
of
put
really...
on-
Sorry?
I actually did put on Subnautica music now.
Nice. Like, the kelp is still really very high up. Like, this stuff is stupidly tall.
Quick,
And you
Lamb,
can
let's
see
make a
on
nice-
some of the bits, the higher parts, it has signs of where fish used to be eating them, but they seem to be healing up now.
Mhm.
Let's make a knife.
It's Subnautica because we're in a kelp forest.
Oh.
It's like, come on, stay with us there.
That took you fucking long to react to that.
Waiting for the description of it.
Well, I was saying you're in a kelp forest. I literally
But,
said since you pretty much left the coast that you've been,
But Aiden's just going to like go deeper if possible.
deeper. If you do go any deeper, it will be pretty much lightless.
Hey man.
I got the Arcuvin.
Try that again without a mouthful of food.
I've got dark vision.
I've got dark vision.
It might be the only way. Oh wait, what am I talking about? I have these myself. I'll be fine.
For 60 feet.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I'll
that's
take
all
it,
I got,
absolutely.
too. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's probably what most people have, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the normal dark vision, except for Drow, I think, come equipped with further.
Yeah, but it'd be weird if the emo elves didn't.
Well, yeah, but they also get that sunlight sensitivity to counter it, just like kobolds.
Aha.
Aha.
You hide?
Aha.
Dancing. Oh,
Oh, there
well, there you go.
From the Fae Poppers.
Yeah? What the...
Your fake poppers.
See, losing your name for a while was totally worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. So, yes, it does light up the area, and you guys go deeper. As you do go deeper, you see some creatures that aren't as used to light dip off into the darkness as the light approaches. They're not particularly bizarre, but you can tell these are fish that prefer the darker areas. Well, not fish, like crabs and lobsters that aren't used to bright light.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the dancing light right next to them.
So everybody give me a
Fucking
perception check, please.
Okay.
This is just Borb going, I don't have a water horse, so fuck you! Damn, Borb.
Wow.
Nice. Nephro?
And just
There we
adjusted
go.
his goggles. You put the lights on so he can't properly
It's-
see. Fucking dick.
You just flash somebody with night vision gun.
Here.
So, Borb and Lim, you both see something. Borb, you see some scraps of bone, or something similar to it, that looks like something had been carving them until recently. You don't know if they abandoned because they were junk or because they were scared off, but there's still a knife down there made of rough flint stone, and several of these little things being carved.
Interesting.
Lim,
Aiden,
you see something a little bit more interesting. You see bulbous eyes staring out from the kelp forest.
well, now that's objective. What's more interesting?
That's fair.
Lem just stares
But I
back.
would agree with your statement on it, your opinion.
What the fuck?
So everyone easily sees Borb's thing because, you know, he kind of points it out and there's shit on the ground. Now that you've seen it, yeah, there's a little bit of the kelp that's been kind of cleared out and made into a sitting area.
Lem waves to the thing.
You see it wave back.
And then he smiles. He's happy.
It doesn't smile back, it kind of tilts its head at that gesture.
I mean,
And
we're obviously going to see him wave, right?
You do see him wave, but you have no idea what. Give me a perception check again to see if you can see this thing hiding.
Probably not, but hey. Oh, wow!
Holy fuck! Yeah, Nephro doesn't, but the other two do.
Lem picks up some of the meat and holds it out, like trying to give it. He probably swims a bit closer too, but not too far from the friends.
That's
like
fair.
The party.
I mean, Aiden's going to tell everyone to stick together, like with the mental thing.
Are you coming over as well with them?
I mean,
I think like
I'm
Lem
de-
tries to be like a bit away from them, but like still in close distance with.
Aiden is still going to follow. There's like this fucking ocean monster.
Well, as long as the moment the light starts to get close to it, it backs up. It does
Ah.
not seem to like the light at all.
Well,
I'll just
then
make the lights go behind us.
So it seems a little bit more inclined to come out of the seaweed to get this offering now that the lights aren't blinding it. And sure enough, this very ugly looking, unless you're looking at his eyes, he seems to be a kind of an off-colored human in rags. But every time you look at his eyes, which go ahead and everybody give me a wisdom check real quick. See if you can just break the illusion.
okay.
Just a check, not save.
Yeah, just
Okay.
a check.
Oh,
Nice.
great!
So Aiden and Lem, you can see through the illusion. Borb, you still see a very bizarre looking man.
Mhm. Can just use lightning bolt and light up everything in here.
We might have to,
Kill everyone.
Jesus.
but we're going to die too.
Hey, I got it.
Um,
Where's
I'll
this?
go ahead and roll for
Um,
Nephro because I
Great
guess
that
he's
you have
out.
resistance.
Okay, so you two see it for what it is. This is an ugly little, pretty much except for its head, it looks like kind of an off-colored person. Its head's very obviously a fish, though.
Well, I mean, Aiden's obviously like going to mention that like this is the fish, and Borb's probably going to be very confused.
Like every time you look at it in its eyes, you can see the fish face again. It's like its eyes bulge out, and you kind of see it. But every time you look away again, Borb, it's like, no, that's just a dude. Why is he on the bottom of the water? But it reaches out and grabs the meat and just devours it in one bite.
Lem just looks happy and gives us a second, like, chunk.
It starts to talk to you, but you can't understand it.
Wait a
Is
minute.
it in Aquan?
No, it is not an Aquan.
I'm going to put this on and use its effect.
Lem is just, like, tilting his head because he doesn't understand.
Well, here's the fun part. You're all underwater. You can't...
Yeah.
Even with that, you can't actually hear what it's saying.
Okay.
Your ears aren't made to listen underwater like this. You kind of hear noises, Aiden, but it doesn't translate.
If it's willing to wait a bit, I can include it in telepathic link.
I
mean, I can just break it.
It doesn't seem to be
Yeah.
running. The more, it's just standing there with its hand out towards Lem and taking any food that it's offered.
Lem is just giving it
Just
more and
give
more.
it-
Well,
Give it small bits for a while. Just keep it here.
We're gonna have to see what we can do. I hope we don't have to resort to murdering this poor thing, but
You say that every time, and then you murder them quite gleefully.
The problem is
So
it's
it-
only one. I'm sure.
It
I'll let
does
the
actually
dragon
hang
I will
around.
Just give mercy to.
Well, it did run away too, but probably shouldn't have done that because it is a neutral evil dragon. But
You can leave my land. Proceeds to flee.
yeah, plus proceeds. Well, it's got its own pride, man. You've bested me. I'll allow you to be here later. It's just like that guy that loses his boxing. Oh, you only won because I let you won. So you do include in the telepathic link, which... Oh boy, how does that one work? That you hear?
I don't know. I mean, I
Um,
have the helmet effect on, but I don't know if it
I'll-
works.
I'll allow it for that because it's still it's kind of a gray area, but I'll allow it to translate
Okay.
it. So,
It's whether or not they have a common language.
oh yeah, that your spell other does that too, doesn't it? I forgot.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it is you are immediately greeted with huge amounts of confusion, brief amounts of fear, and then like absolute self-assuredness in this thing's voice. As it goes, You new minions! Good! Good! Keep feeding, new minion! Yes!
where did you guys come from?
Water! Why minion ask question and no give food? Good minion! Follow good minion example!
I mean, he's going to look at Borb, obviously giving him that look.
Take us to the rest of your people
Why?
so we
I
can
mean-
offer more food.
I was going to say.
Show
we're
food
minions, aren't
first! You very bossy minion. No, I like bossy minion. Good minion like green one. No argue. Just give.
Nice friend.
See?
Not
Good
bad at
minion.
all.
Shouldn't talk, but still okay because give food. Like minion. Other minions not as good.
Package deal.
we? Well, we minions have
What
to
is
be at home,
package?
right? To serve properly.
You no look like water breather. You die soon.
I'm breathing perfectly fine.
No look like water breather though.
I might not, but I am.
I am not.
See? Good minion. No lie. No will die and become food.
Well, let's get to the food place where you eat your food so we can make sure we die in a good position for you.
No. Wait here. Good place to die.
I don't like this place.
Too bad. Sick soul like place. Minion must like place too. Minion drown a good minion, then minion go to food place.
I
Could
don't
I
want to
try to
drown.
kind of persuade him to, like, as our last thing. Like, at least let us.
You can
Die
try, but these guys are kind of zealots, so
I know, but still.
you definitely
Okay.
get a good sort of speech in. Let's see how well he takes it and how over his head it might have been.
I mean, he's used to dealing with dumber creatures, so.
Lem resembles that remark.
He doesn't even know what 2 of those words are, you just said.
I know. I know. Oh, kitty must be pet. Pet to kitty. Pet to kitty. Good kitty. Goes, maybe you not bad minion, but was told no bring live minion to home base. Many important ritual. No minion disturb. Minion only as offering.
Well, what if we offer ourselves there?
Minion no offer self. Minions have no self. Land dwellers no have self. Land dwellers all crazy.
He's going to look at Borb as like obviously the pointed gesture of like, I mean, we might as well just have to do this.
I mean, well.
Do you taste
no,
like
we don't,
fish or human?
So you can't hear it.
Yeah.
It tastes like.
I can,
well,
well, I think it'll still go on. Just this will be separate, I would assume.
I would also assume.
Is it a concentration thing? I forget. Oh, that's message.
I mean,
That's
message is
message.
just,
Sorry, that's message.
yeah.
I saw the thing and it has the same thing as the telepathic bond. So,
Yeah.
but no, yeah. Go ahead, and message away.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I could fear him. I could try to fear him, and maybe he tries to swim back to his home. But he's also probably faster than.
Well, not necessarily faster than Aquara.
True, but I mean
Because
that's just.
He
that's-
does seem very awkward.
You do look tasty.
Not tasty.
Should we-
Minion tasty.
He is going to add.
Kuat
something to
ta,
his third.
not
Should we
tasty.
Attack.
But you look fishy.
Look fishy.
Mm,
Better than fishy. Eat fishy.
I could try to fear first, and if that doesn't work,
Human
All right,
fishy.
you are bound to Aquara, and I'm hooked onto her. So just, I'm telling everyone, I'm telling Lem and Nephero to grab onto me as well.
Why grab
Lem
onto
grabs
me?
your hand.
And then I nod at Borb.
well, dancing lights can go out, but
That's okay.
Well, no, your dancing lights from the item. Remember.
uh,
I don't know if it can keep up with you with its speed, but
it has 60 foot of movement speed around, so it should be the
Okay.
same.
you'll have to still spend your bonus action to move it. But because it's from an item, it's not something you concentrate on.
Right.
Wait,
I forgot
the
it.
fly speed was replaced with walk speed, right? With swim speed, or was the walk
Right.
speed replaced?
It still has the walk speed, so it's the fly that got replaced.
Okay, so we have 90 foot
Well,
swim speed.
I thought
No, fly is 90.
is its fly naturally 90?
It is.
Okay, I thought the thing.
No, the walking is 90 because of the hooves.
That's right. Okay, it has the fly. Yes, the swim speed is 90, so it is fast as fuck, boy.
So tie that fucking knot properly,
Yeah.
or grab onto me.
Yeah.
Keep my 30 foot of range back.
Lem just sticks into the either Aiden or the Aguara.
So let me get his save. No. Scary minions! Evil minions! Ah! Keep back! No! And he starts waving his spear at you.
I mean, he'll have to start running away, but
If you approach him, he's actively trying not to run as he menaces you.
Menaces.
isn't that like frightened? Like they try to run away and take.
Frightened means they will not actively move toward. Oh, okay, I got that backwards. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, not different type of fear there. Okay.
It depends. What does the spell say? Because
Yeah.
frighten is the one that
Yeah.
they can't move towards.
This one
you.
specifies that they must take the dash action. So
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
So he starts, and mind you, this is even him dashing. It's like you're pretty sure you would be able to keep up with this guy almost just swimming.
Okay.
Everything
Well, then
about
I-
him is just awkward as fuck. His swim speed is 30.
That even Aquara just can just like lightly.
It's like,
breeze
yeah, you're just
behind.
kind of trotting behind him without even fucking trying.
He looks back at Borb is like a little surprised.
Yeah, just follow him, I guess. I'll break I'll break that so we don't have to hear him anymore.
Can't I eat him?
In a second, we gotta see.
Yeah,
He
we
looks
will.
tasty.
Just,
Well,
just
here's
wait
the
till
problem,
leads us
though.
to
He
the
doesn't
others.
lead you to a huge pile of Kuatoa or anything. He wedges himself under a natural piece of coral and climbs into a cubby.
Oh,
How long does Sphere last, by the way? A minute?
I think it's a minute, yeah.
So,
When he tries to basically, well, crawl into it, Lem would try to, with his tongue, catch his leg.
it would not be hard.
Does he count as something I could hold person on?
No. He's...
I think
Well,
that-
no, yes, you can. He's considered humanoid.
Because okay. Because I mean, if the tongue, you can do
So-
the tongue thing, of course, but I could always also just stop him.
Lem can try the tongue first.
Go for
Sure,
it.
I don't have to use a spell slot then.
I have to attack though, so I'm using
Should
this.
not be hard.
Is it just? It's technically I would have advantage because this is before anything initiative, but
Well, it's a disadvantage anyway for him for the defense because
So
he's
it's
frightened.
normal.
So you have advantage still. So
Okay.
yeah, that sticks to him. You get one of his feet on your tongues. Let me do his save. What's the?
I
this-
think it's 30. Let me
13.
find it. It's somewhere.
He
here.
fails it. I know it's more than 10, so he fucking botches it.
Yeah.
So you just grab his foot, kind of pull him out.
Oh,
Oh, it's 21 now. Damn.
I forgot it scales to my deck.
That's right. And it does deal damage to him, too, so.
Yeah, just a bit. I'm
So-
in before I kill it.
You killed it!
Exactly, it's a crit. It's a crit too, so it would be double.
Yeah, you fucking killed the damn thing with your tongue. You just kind of hit it in the back of the head and you see blood flow out of its mouth.
It's just like I pull it into my mouth and instinct will like
Oh, yeah.
instinct is to crunch, and then Lem is like, oops.
No, it's what we kind of needed to do anyways.
It's very, very much dead.
Let's see if
And
we
it
can-
tastes like old fish, Lem. It's not great fish, but it is indeed fish.
I mean,
Lem looks at the others.
Do I have to
You-
save this?
no,
Can I
no.
eat it?
eat it.
So, if you're worried about loot on this thing, it does have a spear, a net, and a shield covered in mucus.
I'm gonna pass on this one.
And
But,
you find 30 copper coins on it that are fairly corroded.
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't mean to eat the friend.
Not a friend, unfortunately.
Well, there it went.
Yep. But how about this? Let's go back to where we saw the tools and see if we can. They don't seem like very intelligent creatures, even compared to us. So let's see if we could like trace back all the tracks it left.
Lem looks proud.
I'm very smart.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You're adorably smart. Oh, God.
Lem does still want to go and check the coral, like
Oh, the
where
little
it was
cubby
trying
where it was.
to like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so you can crawl in without too much effort. It is kind of a tight fit, but the fish was about the same size as you, so you look inside of there, and it looks like this was where it slept. There does seem to be some pieces of bone that it was whittling. There's a little pile of treasure it seems to have accumulated for itself. Most of it's just worthless shiny rocks, bits of glass, things that sparkled in the sun. You do see that there are a couple what looks like human bones in there. You're pretty sure there is an arm and part of a leg bone, as well as a hip. There are two
Lem does
additional
collect some of
spears.
Ah,
And in the little trash pile of shiny things, there are 11 gold coins.
Lem picks up some of the rocks and some of the, of course, the coins, but he comes to everyone like, look, shiny rocks.
Most of the rocks that he shows you are pieces of glass that have been rounded down by ocean waves.
These are the things that cost a lot, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, you could probably pass them off in, as gemstones if you tried.
For Lem, they are the same.
Oh yeah, from Lem, it's like they're sparkly, they're the right colors, they're definitely gemstones. But
Aiden
you
is
guys are
going to-
pretty sure these are just pieces of glass that got rounded down by ocean movements.
Aiden's going to look if he can find like a trail left by the clumsy fish that they just found back to where they came from, maybe.
Unfortunately, no. Not with this one. He was swimming through the kelp when he saw you, so he did not leave footprints.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like he dropped things like more like bones and stuff that would point. In
Go
the
ahead
right
and give me a
direction.
survival check then, and we'll see if there's anything that you can find that might point you in a direction.
No, not
Lem can
me, but
try
someone else
to.
might.
I'll aid Mom. Oh, well.
No, I
Yeah.
can do a second one
Yeah.
just in case. There we go.
First one's definitely better.
Yeah.
Lem looking around in this area because we're like, hey, find him, man. Lem, find the bad guy. You're pretty sure that he came out from further in the ocean. He didn't leave much of a trail, but you can tell little places where he ripped the kelp, where his shield might have got stuck to something, stuff like that. And it definitely leads to deeper waters.
Yeah. Why not?
Give me a perception check, everybody, since you're following Lem during this hunt.
Holy fuck!
Holy crap, you guys are like fucking on the ball suddenly. I'll go ahead and roll for Nephro.
I'm here.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I hadn't heard from you in a little bit.
Y'all have been destroying everything before your Mount Turn comes up.
Well, to
There
be
was no
fair,
turns.
it's a quarter sea art fish that he attacks. So,
It was an accident.
wow, you guys are all, you all kind of at the same time go, "What the fuck's that?" As you see, there's not made of bone this time, but made of looks like metal. Is a small idol that looks like it was
no.
dropped by this creature.
Ah, Aiden, like, here, just seeing like an idol is already not happy.
The thing is, it's not like any idol
Lem
you've
is already
seen,
almost touching it.
but you can tell that it's definitely some sort of thing that might have been put in a place of reverence or something. It looks a lot like the mayor's house.
What? Oh boy,
Are they worshipping the
Yeah, so
house?
we don't have to touch it.
maybe.
Well, you pick it up, Borb, and it's definitely a piece of worked metal.
Aiden's gonna hold out his hand if you like pass it to him.
Lem
the
looks
mage hand.
like looks at the people like his eyes are giant.
Do you think the house will walk? Like the
Maybe.
person spoke about?
Oh, I
Aiden's
forgot to
going
do that
like-
roll when you killed the Kuatua. I forgot about the roll. No, not quite. Not quite. Okay, continue.
Tasty.
Okay.
He's still
No,
crunching
that's-
on it.
I mean, honestly, I just feel like we should probably just try to destroy that if we can.
I mean, it seems like it's just a normal piece of metal. By the feel of it and by the look, it's probably lead.
I mean, I'll try, but I guess. Oh, yeah.
It's like, Borb, you're pretty sure it might be metal. Maybe. But you're not sure. Could be stone. Hell, it might be really weird wood for all you know. The water's getting to you.
If it eases your mind, I am going to quickly like just do this over like a ritualing for 10 minutes.
That's fair. And it does not pop up magical.
Aiden will mention that it's not magical, but religion doesn't necessarily work the same, so I get where you're coming from, but let's just bring it with us in
Like,
case we do have
honestly,
to destroy
Aiden,
it.
You feel like if you put pressure on this, it would probably deform.
I mean, I can certainly try.
Like, with your strength in your bare hands, you can easily twist and kind of... It takes effort, don't get me wrong. It's not like clay, but it's definitely lead. It's a
Yeah,
very
okay.
soft metal that, honestly, yeah, just kind of as you twist it, it twists with you. It is not a very strong metal, so your bed is lead, maybe tin, something like that, but by the coloration, most likely lead.
And then he's gonna show Borb and then put it in his bag of holding.
So you have a 1 pound lump of lead that looks vaguely like a twisted house now.
Cool. Well,
What if the house broke now?
maybe.
You
But
broke
we'll,
that.
we'll figure
Would be
that out later.
hilarious.
For
But
now, let's just follow this trail with the idol that we have now. At least we seem to be going in the right track.
how about we pick that up next time, because it is 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know, like, how far we get, because, I mean, if we're gonna get into something... then we're
Yeah,
gonna
there's
get
a
into it.
possibility you might get into something depending on your checks, so I'd rather not get you embroiled in a total shitstorm right as we need to leave. So,
Yeah.
better safe than sorry. Plus, it's a good note to look forward to in the next, event. Oh, gotta water myself. Thank you, Rattle. I was actually getting thirsty and did not notice it. So...
You have to do that after stream too.
Yeah, food. Well, not quite food for me. I do have to hit the store to get stuff for food, though. Well, I have the chicken, but I didn't pick up anything to go with the chicken, so
Aw.
one of those. I got to get the stuff to cook for the meals to do the thing. So,
Chicken tacos with chicken tortillas. Just flatten it out, fry it.
well, I mean, if I'm gonna make chicken pancakes, I'm gonna make myself chicken parmigiana at that point.
Yeah.
22 hours. You guys have been in the water for about 2 hours. Plus all the rituals and all that sort of thing. It's been about 2 hours, so. Plus, it's not like you can't just stop at any time, waste 10 minutes and recast it, so.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to go charge into some sort of fish nation when you only have like 30 minutes left.
Maybe.
I hope you guys aren't that suicidal. We're, 4 fathoms deep, water breathing's about to run out, and we're charging the fishmen. Let's see how this goes. It's like fucking Blues Brothers of D&D there.
When do we have to start worrying about fucking ocean pressure?
Technically, you're getting to the point where you might have to start worrying about it if you surface quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we have to just surface like a reasonable pace. otherwise
Right.
we'll just
As long as you go
kill
at the
ourselves.
same pace going back up, you won't explode from pressure.
Yeah. because at
Now,
that point you just...
once you start getting at the depth you're at, I think humans can safely dive about 500 feet
I don't.
How
without
far
special
can
stuff.
humans dive without a suit?
In Subnautica, it's only like 200 feet. You start losing.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 200. It's about 40 meters down is the general
See
safety
how
thing.
much that game teaches you.
So 60 meters is when you start needing specialized training and gear.
Yeah.
So where
60
you guys
meters
are
is-
at is pretty much right in between those two numbers. So if you go too much further, shit's going to start probably getting a little bit dicey.
Yeah.
You'll still be able to breathe just fine, but pressure will start to become a problem.
I was gonna say you have to do like saves at that point.
It's your speed would be slowed. You'd get disadvantaged on checks just from the amount of pressure on you. It wouldn't be super dangerous until you got past the 60-meter stuff. Then you'd start having to make like con saves and stuff not to just pass out from the pressure. Which is funny because you'd still be fucking breathing just fine, but you get basically it would be your lungs would become super oxygenated and it could actually cause you to pass out.
Yeah.
Which is ironic, yeah, I know, but at that point the gases are just so pressure dissolved that yeah, it could start causing major issues in your body. Borb would definitely be in danger. With his like what? No, you had decent con. I think it was Nephro that had the shit con, right?
Yeah, I mean, people
Yeah.
have to just stick close to me at that point.
So
Yeah.
it would definitely start getting a little bit dangerous if you go
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much deeper.
I'd be probably very curious. Like, Muhammad's just gonna be like, "Oh, that's the first time anyone used like the fucking aura on like water pressure."
To be fair, it's like it's probably not come up very often. You know, oh, that's how they went deep sea diving and used the paladin as a diving bell. I like it.
This is kind of cool.
You know,
He's sitting
Ogman's
there
like,
with popcorn.
these guys need a blessing. That shit's clever.
Yeah, he's just like sitting there with popcorn, just watching them. That's kind of fucking cool.
Hey, get the other guys in here. I want to see if how this works out. It's like, that's my paladin. He's going to be fine, but one of these other guys is going to fucking pop sooner or later. I'm sure of it. Get some bets with Tiamat. That's the kind of shit she likes. Oh, well.
Aiden could really like save himself for a longer period of time till he gets like unlucky. If it's based on con,
Well, yeah, that's pretty much rattle. I mean, but if they get too far down, yeah, they start
I mean,
actually crushing from the pressure. But
at some point you physically just there's no saving throws. The
yeah,
person
at a
physically will
certain
just-
point, it's like you are fucking done into story. But
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to survive that.
so I think if you get the magic, the sea armor of the sea or something, it actually does negate that pressure. But
Right.
oh well. But we'll pick this up
Yep.
at a later time. So that was definitely a fun time. So, and you've got a new goal, and hey, who knows? Maybe you'll get to see a house walk before too much longer.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, guys. I'll see you next week. You have a nice evening.
Peace out.
See ya!
Bye.
Dude, you're gonna die! I haven't been hooked!
Hey, it's worth the cause if I save the elf.